have some incredible casters on the mic for this one as we head over to Ilos. Game 1, always a fair fight. Control, always fun. I'm expecting 3 rounds. Let's see if these players can get it done. We got our casters for one final match on the night. Jaws, Mr. X, let's get it started.
All right. Space Station Gaming versus Fnatic, a diva ban from Fnatic.
they gotta warn me when the bans come up, because I had some coffee in my mouth, and when I saw Fnatic ban diva, I almost spit out. Hadi's not gonna play diva. You know that, right? Is that
Legion's like, oh, we banned the wrong character. We banned the wrong character.
Yeah, I mean, you could have banned Ramatra, Reinhardt. They could have banned Sim. The May, right? There's a lot of other heroes that kind of like aid in what Space Station want to do. Diva is not one. Now, the only thing you can think of, potentially, let's kind of play a little bit, I guess devil's advocate here, is by them banning Diva, they know it's not going to change anything for map 1. That also kind of protects Diva for the rest of the series, so they can continue to play it.
That makes sense to me. Was that the reason? I don't know. We do have a small mouse issue. Need to find that cat. Where is that cat? That was a cat in the studio the other day.
Yeah, the Diva, that has to be like the Diva ban, to just basically throw the Diva ban out there, that you weren't going to play it anyway, right? So,
yeah.
Like, if you're going to want to play Diva through the rest of the series, right? Like, at least now it's available. Like, they could ban, Winston maybe, or something along those lines, or whatnot, and kind of create the same type of thing when they'll dive. But then at least you have the Diva protected. So, potentially, that's what you're looking at here. But it is odd to use your first ban of the match on the Diva, especially going against Space Station.
Looks like Lee Jagon just making sure the mouse is all good and raring to go. Big circles, yep.
That's a sweet mouse pad.
There you go. Yeah, it's very big. It's very soft, very smooth. You ever played on a glass mouse pad?
No.
No?
I cannot say I have.
They're getting more popular.
Okay.
Yeah, was it Pine that had a glass mouse pad?
Pine did have one.
Yeah. SBB maybe? CBRB? I'm not sure. Not sure. There have been a couple of pro players in the past that had glass mouse pads. I haven't tried one, but...
Looks like we are getting ready here.
Yeah, Lee Jagon says ready. Hardy is ready.
Jump back in the game.
We're about to get in. Okay.
And with Nightmare being up, I mean, this is changing everything for this series, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this group has just been kind of turned on its head, so to speak. And look, I think Space Station, we all expect them to do, good things as a team, right? We know how successful they've been as a unit in the past, and even this year. I think the bans definitely probably bothers them a little bit, and that's their, they kind of get by playing a certain playstyle, and maybe they get thrown off of it time to time. Fnatic being this poor is definitely a bit of a surprise, though. I think we all expected them, maybe not to top the group, but to not, staring down the barrel of an 0-3. I mean, that's
an
crazy.
0-3, yeah, and getting your key crushed as well. Not great. They got to come back. They have to win this series. Everything is on the line for them to stay in the competition. Of course, like you mentioned, Matt, with Nightmare and VP currently facing off against each other. That is also going to kind of determine things as well as we jump back into the map. Here we go. Going to Ruins. Fnatic versus Space Station, the last game of the night. And our last game, at least on this stream, of the group stage.
Yeah, and also from at least the bracket that I see, right? I think the second place in Group D, right? So the team doesn't get the bye into quarters. They actually get like first pick out of the other teams remaining. So pretty nice advantage for whoever finishes second in this group. So a lot on the line.
All right, what's Space Station going to roll out with? Not Diva, that's for sure, but maybe a Hardy Ball? Donghack Ball? I mean, Donghack's ball.
Donghack can play the ball.
Donghack can ball, as a matter of fact. So can Hardy. Used to be a ball player a long time ago.
So, well, at least in the games that we have casted, we have not really seen Wrecking Ball.
Yeah.
But looks like actually we're going to have a ball-on-ball matchup here.
Ball off. Yeah?
Yeah, ball off here in our...
I was expecting you to make some sort of NBA reference. Maybe I expected too much.
You know, it was so poor of a joke, I feel like it didn't even really deserve a reference response.
I thought you were just going to make one in general. Donghag, kind of annoying the backline. Hardy, I mean, Funny Astro, sorry, seems to have anticipated this, not running the Lucio, going with the Brig instead. Knowing that Donghag does no ball. And just slowly but surely pepper in the backline. Checkmate's actually going to find the first kill here in Funny Astros. The point is almost captured by Fnatic. Oh, he's got to run away. 1 HP from Lan and just runs away. But, I mean, Fnatic getting the point first. Good start so far.
And for Fnatic, they're actually playing the backline that we just saw Zeta Division play, right? And used to really high effectiveness with Izayaki and Lee Jae gone, playing the Illari in the Baptiste. So a lot of damage. Hadi not able to stay in as easy. And Donghag, not playing incredibly aggressive, right? But just annoying enough, just splitting the team up.
Yeah, Wrecking Ball, a very frustrating character to play against, that is for sure. Definitely gets some of the best ball players in the world. Izayaki killing Psycho, not a good start. And I really like the Illari in this comp too. You can put your pylon in a position where the ball can use it, especially like on these high grounds. You can just kind of throw it up there, then the ball just gets solo healed by the pylon, and you're all good. Really early mines from Donghag too. He's just been farming it at this point.
Yeah, almost actually kills Landed there, but Landed did a nice job using the Exo Boots, being able to kind of like jump out of it after he gets knocked out of his immortality field. But they're already about 60% on the point here for Fnatic, and Spacestation really got nothing going on.
I mean, Hardy versus Donghag right now. Donghag has been doing so much versus the Hardy ball right now. All right, well, Bob's going to get unleashed. Now putting that one on the point, I presume. This is not close.
I mean, look, this is not the way that we've seen Spacestation play, or probably ideally want to play. That's Rally and Ant Matrix gone. This is going to have Funny Astro going over Lucio. You're like last fight territory. We saw one fight.
One fight, yeah. Yeah, actually. Little rough. All good.
All good for who? Fnatic, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, Knife's dead. Good start. But look at this spawn push from Izayaki. Oh, the Ilariel is too good. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is just ridiculous.
Support, by the way.
Yeah, I love it.
Just a minefield here to kind of like try and impede them from going back to the point with ease. Is looks like Psycho there for Space Station to just try and keep it contested.
I mean, this is a masterclass. Oh, Checkmate got rolled over by Hardy. Hardy is dead, however. Flip, 97%. Fnatic with straight fundamentals here on this ball comp. Just running away with this. Bob's on the field. Leechy gone dead. Okay, wait a second here. Maybe they do manage to cap that point again. Donghag and Hardy will return to the might in half a second or so. Oh, there you go. Donghag's already found a kill on to Sparker. Pretty low. Runs all the way back to that mega health pack, but Space Station are in control of the point.
Yeah, they just kind of waited for the Bob to go away. Now they're going to try and come back and make a play. So Donghag takes out...
Oh, he's killed another.
Had killed Sparker earlier, and now it is Checkmate on the hunt, just trying to get Hadi out of the way. Deals with Funny Astro. So this is still just, oh, look at that. Donghag beats him to the Mega. And this has all been Fnatic.
All Fnatic right now. Maybe they should have banned Ball.
Yeah, right?
In hindsight is 2020. You'll love to see it. Slam in from Hardy. Good pulse bomb. Actually, kind of almost helped Lee Jae Gon there. Jump over it. Checkmate with a double kill. That should just be the first round. Landon, unfortunately, my son, no CDs left. Astro boops people away, but he ends up falling over. Izayaki having the time of his life on the Illari too.
It feels like the Illari BAP is so much stronger than playing like the Brig with the Baptiste. Izayaki able to do some sick things with that Captive Sun, pushing right into the spawn. So we'll see if we have more Wrecking Ball as this map goes on, as at least here, in our games, it's the first we've seen of the ball.
The Captive Suns for Izayaki were clean too. All right, okay. So we going now? We're going to Lighthouse. More ball, I would imagine. I don't think Astro is going to roll out on the Brig here. Would make a lot of sense, like you said. Just doesn't really match up against the Wrecking Ball. Especially now the Brig doesn't stun with the bash. That was always like the key with the Brig. Wait for the ball to kind of slam in, then hit the stun. It's like
But how does like Lucio play into this? So Lucio, Kriko, right? You can play more with the ball, right?
More aggressive, yeah.
Yeah, you play more with the ball, but
definitely.
The damage output, though, with the other backline is going to be huge as Psycho takes out his Yaki. That's quite
big. Really good start, yeah. Whoa, the tricky movement there from Knife. That was really nice. Sparker doesn't end up chasing him down, though. Psycho almost lost him. Point unlocked. Okay. Spacestation Gaming, finally with a grasp.
So to deal with some of that aggression, they're actually going to change their backline here as well, Fnatic. So,
they're matching him.
Yeah, Fnatic will match them, though. So can both play quite aggressive here. Knife is dead.
Knife is dead. Kiriko moment. On checkmate 2, unfortunately, I think used that glide, the shift there, to his detriment.
Are these the same two teams that we just watched in round 1?
I don't think so. Maybe they swapped names by accident in the lobby during the small little map change. I don't know.
So you're going to get even more percentage here for Spacestation Gaming. Just off of the back of some picks. This time it was Psycho at the start, able to deal with Knife. As this one now, at least at the start, it's been all Spacestation. As look at that checkmate going quite aggressive. Yeah, he's going to get picked off.
Yeah, look like a Jedi fight in the skies there. Look, Duel of the Fates. Both Echoes using the beams against each other. Funny Astro Sparker dead. Point flipped. Fnatic in control now. As Hardy rolls away to the little jacuzzi there on the bottom left to try and pick up that mega health pack. Mines and a slam on the backline. Astro! Oh, he gets taken out of the skies. There was a mine hidden in that tree. Him and Landon climbed up there to meet their doom.
Yeah, really nice play from Donghak. Getting in towards that Spacestation Gaming spawn, using the minefield as he's a fantastic ball player. Being able to use all the different types of tech. Give himself an advantage. Wrecking Ball is such like a specialized character.
It is, yeah. If you are bad at ball, it is very obvious that you are bad at ball.
It's not a character that a lot of players are able to just kind of like pick up and learn and get good at either.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like you either understand it or you just have no clue.
Yeah, you're putting in the hours for sure. Landon going pretty low. Donghak is back in.
It's a lead change here as well.
Yeah, 48% of building now as Fnatic does take the lead. Donghak just being annoying, but you know what's more annoying? Mine's on the point when you're trying to contest it. Sound barrier comes in from Fnatic. They've already lost one, so Astro just returns the favor and pops a better beat. I mean, there is a duplication from Checkmate here, so double Tracer, but Psycho's still holding on to his dude. Spacestation Gaming, of course, have control of the point right now. We'll see if Checkmate can get any damage done. He's already earned himself a free pulse bomb here, but can't quite find an avenue to actually use it.
No, he's out of like blinks, so not even really able to do anything.
He just throws it away.
Throws it away. As this will be a duplicate here from Psycho. So Psycho going to take control and get another Tracer out there.
God, this is messy. I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less from the ball comms, to be fair, but my word. A lot of Tracer, a lot of 1v1s happening across the map. Checkmate taking down Funny Astro, and Hardy back on that point. Lee J gone dead as Space Station defend their capture.
Spacestation looking to potentially take this second round here on Lighthouse. Looks like Lee Jae-gun going to come back from spawn here with Checkmate. We saw Donghak here, but he is getting pressured, chased out by Hadi. As it'll be Knife to get a touch.
All right, OT in session now. Only his pulse one coming up. I mean, maybe Izzyaki gets an extra 20% to earn himself a rush. Psycho dead. Good start for Fnatic now. As it's Lee J gone and Donghak on the point to try and contest. Checkmate 2 holding those doors. Mines deployed from Hardy, but Donghak just rolling through and killing Astro. Not too much of a problem for the Wrecking Ball. Can just kind of sit on the mines. A rather large health pool, you would say, as Fnatic eventually take control again.
Yeah, so Space Station now, though, they just need one more fight. Bad part is they don't really have much to work with. You can probably like farm up a Kitsune rush here coming in soon, but sound barrier, a big advantage there for Fnatic in a duplicate. So Fnatic in a pretty good spot to actually close out map number 1.
Nice sticky bombs there, landing on Astro. Unfortunately for Donghak, couldn't quite get the additional damage required there to kill the Lucio. Still being annoying though, that's for sure. Is that 2 balls? Oh, Fnatic, no ball. Checkmate now, trying to show off some skills on the Wrecking Ball. Gets booped away and earned the mines, but unfortunately couldn't use him. He is out of there, though. OT approaching fast now for Fnatic as Astro laying down that sound barrier. Does hit 5 as they do manage to trigger OT and start the cap. Lee Jae-gon is also going to land that beat, but landed with a defensive rush here all over the point.
Yeah, but it's going to be the minefield here, just dropped in the middle of the point.
Good slam
in the
from
middle
Hardy.
of that rush. So It's going to be very difficult here for Spacestation to fight on the point. They're going to lose 2 players, make it 3, as this is going to be Fnatic taking map number 1.
Yeah, good rush there from Land to try and keep everybody sustained, but it is all Fnatic on Ilos. A 2-0 victory to start off the series.
Yeah, pretty strong showing here from Fnatic, right? This team 0-2 in the group currently. Did not look like it there. They looked like kind of the team we thought they potentially could be, as they put together a pretty good showing. Still question the D.Va ban, probably in the sense that they want to like protect it potentially moving forward. But both teams playing ball-centric compositions, I feel like this definitely plays more into Fnatic's strengths than Spacestation.
Yeah, we'll see where we end up going next. Of course, Spacestation are going to be banning first and picking the map. Lucio ban is going to come through at some point for Fnatic.
Yeah, you would think that Fnatic, I mean, especially because they're playing the Baptiste Lari already. Right. You're going to ban Lucio, right? Just get that out of, get it out of the way. So looks like both coaches there getting ready. I know in terms of map selection fans, we'll get that in a bit, but yeah, just a really interesting map 1. I don't think anyone kind of like could have seen it playing out the way it did.
Yeah. Fate and Fleder, of course, head and assistant coach, respectively, for the team. So kind of just talking about what they want to ban and where they want to go. Christopher on the other side, discussing with himself where he wants to take the team.
It looks like more discussion going on the Fnatic side of things. As it looks like potentially debating their options in terms of bans.
Yeah.
Let's go down to Puckett and the crew. I'm really curious what they thought of that map number 1.
Well, that was fast. I thought we were going to 3 rounds, but Fnatic says we need this W. We're getting this W. Fate and Fleta, Jake owes you an apology. The D.Va ban definitely paying dividends.
I mean, I guess. I think there's more Donghag on ball just being different. They're just such a good team on dive. In the end, though, for SSG, I wouldn't be too worried, right? Ilios is just a dive map. It's never going to be your comfort zone for a team that favors rush. We have seen SSG be better on dive as of late, but you still got to think Fnatic has the edge for dive map.
Where were the mistakes made by SSG, McGravy? Because they were the favorite team coming into this matchup.
I think a lot of it was kind of like the lack of knowledge about how this map would play out. They ended up putting up Spark in it, and I think Sparker is one of their better players, but this ended up being an Echo Tracer mirror at the end, and I don't think either of those characters are exactly his specialty. So I think by the end there on that second map, they ended up just kind of playing Fnatic's game. They kind of played into their hands there a little bit. Donghack on the ball, Checkmate on the Echo, Knife on the Tracer, like those are all good characters for those guys.
Previously for Fnatic, we saw Knife, Viper, and Attack starting things off. Today, they bring in Checkmate and Donghack. How has that affected Fnatic overall?
Well, I think in theory, Checkmate should be doing really well in the hero ban system, right? Just a very flexible player, plays every single hero in the role. Very hard to ban him out and put too much pressure on him. I see Knife as a very flexible combo in his own right. And these are the players they had the most success with in the tournament. Yes, they're down 0-2, but at some point you got to say, all right, where are we winning the maps? Where are we looking strong? And this has been the answer for them so far. I want to also highlight Fnatic's the support line flexibility. That double flex support dominated on Ruins, and it really set the map off to a blistering pace. I mean, SSG was getting spawn camped at one point. They capped the point, but that's only because Fnatic was just cleaning them up at that moment. I mean, to start the series off like that, an absolute beatdown round, it's hard to get the win back in your sails after that.
If you've been following the action here in Group D, you know that Spacestation entered it was 4-4 with the overall map count. They lost 3-1 to Virtus Pro. They beat Nightmare 3-1. We're looking for a 3-0 if you're Fnatic. You want some kind of tiebreaker in a 3-way tie. Is there any chance of this happening, Jake?
I believe now, did Nightmare finish the series? Did they end up closing it out over VP? And if that's the case, then I don't think it's possible for anything more than this match that decides who goes home and who's still alive in the tournament. So both of these teams, in a way, fighting for their tournament lives.
At the start of the day, they thought they were a shoo-in for the playoffs, but now the pressure's on SSG, and Danny Lim caught up with them before the matchup. Let's take a look.
Hi everybody, I'm here joined by Spacestation Gaming. We got Landed and Backbone are here to play some amazing games with me today.
So I'm gonna give you 5 Omnics from Overwatch 2 and you guys have to rank them. Starting with, first Omnic, Bastion.
Bastion is the happy little guy.
Yeah, and he's also just, yeah, he's broken.
Yeah.
I could put Bastion pretty high.
Yeah.
I mean,
at least top 2.
Yeah, who's going to go over Bastion would be the thing.
Ram?
Ram?
I mean, I like Ram a lot.
I ain't doing a Ram number
Ram is
one.
a cool hero. He's a sick hero.
I mean,
He's
also
like-
Bastion just got a new skin as well. This
That is
Oh,
season.
the Bumblebee skin.
Bastion is
Yeah,
aura.
number one.
Bumblebee
Number
Bastion
one.
is aura.
Number one. Number
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
for the
100%.
Bumblebee
number
Bastion
one?
skin.
Yeah,
yeah,
Bumblebee
yeah.
Bastion
Yeah,
number
yeah, we're
one.
sure.
Okay, Bastion goes number 1. Wow. Second one, Echo.
I'm okay with getting Echo at 2. I'm also
Maybe
easily
3 or
convincible.
4.
Yeah, I can
don't
go
think-
down as well.
I think like Zen and Ram are cooler.
You guys are not into AIs?
Objectively,
Not an AI fan?
objectively, Echo should be number 1 because she could turn into Bastion. But
Yeah.
You can't steal Bastion's aura like that.
that's true. Yeah, you lose the aura. When Echo copies Bastion, does she get the bird?
Nah, no way.
Yeah. Well then, there you go.
There you go.
I think
Actually, that's a
3.
good question.
Oh, maybe they
three's
got
too, Jamie, up to
Yeah,
you.
I think 3. I can agree with 3.
All right, okay. Bastion number 1, Echo 3. Let's go next one. This is honestly gonna be my favorite. Bob.
5.
What? You're crazy.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
4 or 5.
I'm on 100%.
Crazy one?
Yeah,
I'm
I think
100% 5.
5.
What's Bob ever done? He always has to get told to do something.
Yeah, and then he
lazy.
does it.
Yeah, he's a lazy guy.
He comes in, he gets the job done, and he
No, Robert does not.
True man.
Robert does not do what he should be doing.
Next one, Zenyatta.
Definitely 2.
Really? I thought you were gonna go for 4.
Nah,
You
Zen-
hate this guy. I'm fine.
this guy.
I'm
Zen
fine
is
with Zen
cool.
too.
What's the Zenyatta hate that I'm hearing?
We
What
have
is
an
this?
infamous debate in our team about strength of Zenyatta as a hero. I perhaps do not think that Zen is that good. My teammates might disagree with me
I mean,
just a little
yeah,
bit.
he's not that good right now, but in the past when he has been good, Landon
Yeah.
has overhated
I've been a Zen
him.
hater for like half a decade at this point.
But I mean, I'm fine. 2 is where I'd want to play him.
He's cool though, like,
yeah,
he's a
yeah, no,
cool
he's cool.
character.
I just assumed I'd be
He's just
fighting you on
he's
this.
just power crap. You
Yeah,
know? Everything does what Zen
Do not
does.
get me wrong. I just assumed that we'd be fighting. I'm happy to put it 2.
Yeah, not 2. He's cool.
Okay.
He's just a worse Lari though.
Okay.
If the last one's a Lari Pylon, we're screwed.
Lari.
Lari Pylon should be number 1.
Yeah, a Lari Pylon should be number 1.
Wait, what did you say was number 1?
A Lari Pylon.
Lari Pylon should be number 1.
All right. Okay.
Whoever this is number 4, right?
So we have one more and number 4, right? Orisa.
Oh yeah,
Orisa.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
fair. That's fair.
below
A
Echo,
little bit cool in Bob, and that's
Right.
about
below
it.
Echo, above Bob.
I also agree. Okay. Say that. I mean, those were the 5, right? And then you guys ranked number 1 was Bastion, right? Say that Ram was in the picture. Where would you guys put Ram in?
2?
Yeah.
I think Ram
Shot
is cool.
Really?
I don't think
He has
Ram's
some
going
cool voice
above
lines.
Bastion.
He's got a cool kit.
Yeah, Ram over Zen maybe.
No way over Bumblebee Bastion.
Bumblebee Bastion with the little Ganymede? No way. No one comes close to that much aura.
100%.
That was the easiest 1 to 5 you could have given us all the time.
I don't know. I don't know if this was going to be such an easy game. Maybe I shouldn't have brought up the Bumblebee Bastion. That's just like...
There was zero debate.
Yeah, I mean, once you see him in game, just like whirring around and spawn in his little car.
Oh
like,
my god.
I
Next to
love
the
that
Optimus
guy.
Prime,
Oh, yeah.
buy the skins.
Oh, yeah. The skins were great. I second that. I mean, yeah. Those are the 5 Omnics or robots from Overwatch 2 from Team Spacestation. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any last words? Final words?
Nerf a Lari.
No for Lari. Pylon's OP. Get rid of it.
All right. Bye-bye.
That is the hilarious Backbone and Landon, of course, from Space Station Gaming, but they're getting ready to play against 2 new faces on the other side. Let's take a look at what is happening here on stage, because it looks like Donghack may be heading backstage, and Backbone is coming out. We're going to see the Brit in action. What does that tell you, McGravy?
For Space Station Gaming, this means they are speeding up. Backbone is known for the sim, he's known for the Mei, so they're probably going to stay within those bounds there, and they're going to play something fast.
What have you seen from Backbone so far in this tournament? What have you seen in his career? Where can this guy be dangerous, Jake?
Historically, I think his Symmetra has been one of the best in the world, not just in his play, but in the way the team utilizes the teleporter. The skills are for everyone in this team. They all, freely give and take, all supporting each other, and that concert of abilities really is something to behold. So Space Station, they're one of the few teams in the world that really leverages that style. This is something that Fnatic almost certainly doesn't have much practice against. I'm interested to see, though. I think it should be Backbone on DPS, but there's also the option for Backbone to play flex support if they wanted to take Funny Astro out.
I'm just looking at the stage. He's in seat number 2.
Sure,
I'm going to
DPS.
assume he's playing DPS here. At least that's what our UI says. On the other side of the stage, I'm trying to figure out who has a bathtub tattooed on the back of their arm. I got an MLG tat. They got a bathtub, and they're getting ready to go. Let's talk about Fnatic here because they are the surprise team coming out after an 0-2 start. They fell to Nightmare, who was considered one of the weaker teams in the group. Now, they've got the first map win over SSG. Can you keep this rolling with Attack now in the mix?
I think Attack is a strong player. He might be a rookie, he might be less experienced, but he brings the heat on heroes that are dominant in the meta. The trouble I'm seeing for him, though, is if he goes up against a sim rush style, is a rookie going to have the confidence to know what to do because you don't have much time to react when you're playing against SSG?
Donghack was Rookie of the Year. You don't think the new rookie could be a Rookie of the Year?
It could be, but there's a lot of pressure. Donghack fell to London Spitfire as well, and so a little bit scary.
We got some storylines and we got our stage set, so let's take a look and find out where are we going to play. McGravy, your Space Station's coach. What are you choosing?
I'm going somewhere where we can play the Reinhardt. This has always been the fallback for Space Station Gaming. Whenever things have gone awry, it's time to pull out the Rhine. And they're going to Circuit Royale, where it is heavily known that you're able to do this.
Reinhardt coming back. Jake, is this a good move?
It's unconventional, but I like it. I think teams that really master the sim style, bringing out the Rhine here, teleporting around the map, it's a map that conventionally is so great for these extended long-range poke. They're going to ban the Pharah. This is a Pharah ban, so supporting that rush style, but not only that, it protects the sim. If you get your sim banned out, this style just does not work on Circuit Royale.
Smart choice there. Protect the DPS. On the other side, will they ban the Rhine? No.
Lucio banned.
Lucio is out. So how bad does that hurt this composition that SSG is trying to bring out?
Quite a bit. I'm not sure how they're going to pivot now. Potentially they just stick with maybe like a bat break, brawly kind of style, but I'm really not sure. Lucio is absolutely critical to this style.
It is. I think I kind of am a bit of a believer. I think in this specific map, normally Lucio is so critical. On this specific map, the Sim TP, I think, makes a bigger difference. Something like the Symmetra's ult, that barrier wall, sometimes gets you across those big gaps, even without the speed boost. No Pharah in the sky means one of the best tools for shutting down these slow-moving Sim rush comps is off the table. It's very unconventional. I don't think we've ever seen a game play out the way this one's about to.
But I do think it is better to target the support. I think if you target out maybe the Rhine, perhaps, I think Hadi will end up just going Ramacha or something of that style. So I do think the targeted support ban is a smarter choice.
There is the Rook. It's all smiles for Attack. He and Fnatic have the lead, but it's only by one map in the best of 5. It's time to find out. Can Space Station Gaming even this up at 1-1? The players getting set, the mic's getting into place, and speaking of people on the mic, we got Matt, Mr. X, and Jaws. Take it away, fellas.
Thank you very much, Pocket. Yes, we're going to Circuit Royale as our second map in this series. Lucio ban.
Yeah, I think the Pharah ban, like they talked about, was strictly to protect the sim. I kind of agree with that. I don't hate the Lucio ban. Like, you could have banned Ram and, like, okay, if you really want to commit, play Rhine, right? But I think if you would have banned if you would have banned Ram, they would have played Rhine. If you would have banned Rhine, they would have just played Ram. I don't think they really care, per se. I think this does put a little pressure on Astro, right, to play the Alari, because no, potentially you could see like them have Backbone play the Alari, but they also need the Mei, right, with these types of things, right? So Backbone's like a really good Mei player, so you're going to need him in that role. The Pharah takes away, maybe some of like the chunk damage that would go down onto that Sim TP, but the Echo's still going to be effective.
TP out for Sparker. Backbone on the Mei. Yeah, Backbone Mei. Sparker still going to stick on the Sim. Yeah, by the looks of it. Shooting at classic Space Station kind of things at the moment. Astro. Man, it's not every day you see Astro off of a Lucio pick. Yeah, they were probably pretty worried about the ban whole format. They knew Astro was going to get banned out at some point, target banned, and it is this map. And not seeing him play too much Alari. We'll see how it works out for him.
Yes, this is going to be a difficult part of the map to take, right? With no Lucio, going to have to use that Sim TP to kind of collapse the opposing team. Hadi hit with Dynamite there. Just going to take a little bit of ticking damage. We get it all healed up.
Nice wearing the Mythic skin too.
Yeah, I love the Mythic skin.
The awesome audio when it shoots sounds so sick. Oh, knife going super low. Fire strike, I mean, just takes out Izzyaki. I mean, no shift potentially there from the Alarian. Knife ends up going down as well. Okay, slowly but surely. Spacestation Gaming walking there with no Lucio, of course. Just melting the front line of Fnatic.
Yeah, it feels like they just kind of evaporate there. Izzyaki and Knife playing off to the side. It looks like you may potentially be able to get a contest here for Fnatic.
Oh, I think that's the Mythic Rhinehammer, actually, that Huddy's got on. It just came out the other day. Blizzard. Oh, Astro getting out of the way. Oh, it misses. Swinging a miss from Izzyaki. That outburst from Freddy Astro saving his life. Attack ends up going down, so there's the point.
Yeah, so pretty fast point A take here. Playing behind this Reinhardt for Spacestation Gaming. Double support ult as well coming in with Izzyaki using his Captive Sun. Doesn't get really much of anything there for Fnatic on the defensive side of things, where Spacestation can play a little bit aggressive with it here. Checkmate just lurking, gonna make no noise as he sneaks on up here. Got the duplicate as well.
I revealed himself there as the rest of the team jumped back. Didn't want to get TP'd on at all, so didn't want to make any noise, like you said. Duplication available from Checkmate. Best duplication against here, probably the Reinhardt. Might go a little bit crazy with it. Bob comes in, Reinhardt's shield instantly deleted, but responded pretty well there, actually. Sparker just deploying that wall, giving Hardy and the rest of the team so much cover.
Yeah, that wall is going to allow them to kind of keep Hadi alive, right? He was taking so much damage with that focusing beam where Checkmate didn't want to push on through that. You're going to have this Gravitic Flux, though. No real support ult on the other side.
Whoop, does land. Sparker in trouble. No lamp available, unfortunately. That was used in the last fight. Checkmate has duplicated this Mei as well and has been playing pretty aggressively. As soon as you take damage with a duplicated Mei, you hit the block and you get so much ult charge. Oh, that was sick. Blocked it, but Hardy with a 90-degree turn still slams the hammer down and picks up the kill onto Knife.
Really nice Mei wall, though, from the duplicate from Checkmate. I believe he actually turns and still connects with a few with a shatter, but it prevents it from being really bad as even though...
These right clicks are going crazy.
Yeah, even though Sparker going crazy on the sim, you're still going to be able to get towards that second checkpoint. So really nice plays from both teams coming up. You're going to be able to fight this here again for Fnatic as Fnatic brings out a sim of their own.
Oh, attack. It needs some desperate help. I mean, giant ultimate there coming through from Izzyaki, but there's just no follow-up at all. Hardy just holding the shield, and that'll be a second checkpoint done.
What do you think about the sim here for Fnatic up against Spacestation Gaming? Like, the sim's pretty good against the Rhine, right? You just kind of like chunk down his shield and whatnot, but you're not really brawling with the team. There's nobody like, the sim and the Ash don't really have much synergy with each other.
Yeah, not that much.
Okay, this is interesting.
Okay, a little bit more in your face, a little bit more survivability as well. Let's get a quick Space Station listening, though, as they attack this third point.
Ash one. Yeah, I hit one right. One peeking right, guys. I hit
Yeah, I'm spamming right.
He's back, I think.
Yeah, probably venture. Venture.
Back venture, yeah.
No,
venture
main. I see
venture
point.
main window.
Okay, let me push point.
Yeah, thank you, baby. I'm looking right. Looking right.
Venture still main. Venture still main.
Yeah, okay, I'll go right.
Half. They're all in main. Can you TP top?
Yeah. 3,
let's go.
2, 1. Venture boop.
Venture, boop.
Yeah, venture one.
Are you fine?
Sick. Can we sim out? Sim out.
Chase. Sick one, I'm breaking lamp.
Venture on me.
Tap land and Bop behind you.
Ivo, poke me, Ivo.
Ash
Scaring him.
Ash half above.
Don't give up, play behind short. Don't give up, I don't know how close he is.
I'm on left, chill.
They have to drop in.
Ash. Illa, one.
Nice. Good shit.
Or comp.
Pittsburgh. Lucky.
Look at that. That was a piece of cake, honestly, for a Space Station.
Yeah, I mean, look, when they can play the rush style, they make it look easy. We know they are so good, probably the best team in the world in playing this style of play. So not all too surprising to see them make it work to great effect here.
That was such a nice reactive shatter there from Hardy. Just flipping that 90 degrees, making sure he still got value. So clean. Even without this Lucio.
So you heard some great comms there from Space Station. Vibes are good. Vibes are high on that side of things. As I think they're going to play this aggressive style of play yet again on defense. We'll see Fnatic. They ended up bringing out the Venture a little bit later, where we didn't really see it make a huge impact, but on offense, opportunity to change the whole comp.
Still brings into question the Lucio pick, the ban. I don't know. It doesn't feel great, but let's get a quick Fnatic listening as they prepare their attack.
일라리 있다 일라리. 일라리는 뭐야 누가 앞으로 들어와? 힘의 소리네. 그럼 아나브리 할게. 심해 밸류 좀 안 살려주기만 하자.
아니네 왼방 쓴다 이거 왼방.
라인.
왼방 쓴다 왼방.
나 애매하면 내가 바티 할게. 그냥 메인 세게 쳤어 왼방. 일라리 왼쪽. 지금 헬멧 넣어줄게. 일라리 해봐 이거. 저 밀어요. 탈장 들었다. TP. GTP. 라인 쳐봐. 라인 쳐. TP. 메이가 있네. 라인 바티야. 라인 되었어. 달배. 나올게. 밀어. 라인 방벽 깨봐. 화물 밀면서 하면 돼. 파티 원피야. 라인 필이야 안전. 완전 필이야. 어디 밀 건데? 라인 뒤에 미는 중. 라인 필. 살아봐.
키메도 피.
살아봐. 해봐. 파티 방에서 1평 먹게. 들어오지 마라. 저거.
내가 힐 좀.
Quite unsuccessful attack there. They couldn't kill Harley. He's TPing around.
You speak some Korean. Tell me what.
Yeah, well, they were shouting, Rhine is one, please kill Rhine. Rhine is one, is what they were saying. Also discussing a little bit if they should play Ana in the spawn, just to kind of help deal with the Rhine. My Korean's not that good. It's pretty basic.
Good enough to be able to understand, though. It's pretty impressive.
Roughly. All right, window available from Landon. It's been tough to actually lock Hardy down. Not only can they be very offensive with the TPs, defensive too, saving Hardy.
They are just bullying attack. Absolutely zero opportunity to do absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just, whether it is the
Nano boost?
this is a nano boost here used on the checkmate after they lose 2 players. So,
get him.
All right, got Landon. Oh, he's gonna ult himself.
It's just shattered though. You want some of this? Straight back down into the earth.
So, the Fnatic, they see something in that fight that they think it's winnable that not a lot of other people probably did, and they end up using some ultimates. Does not work out. Also want to give a quick update, by the way. It looks like the VP Nightmare game is actually going to Game 5. Ooh. So that was one where Nightmare is up 2-0. Looks like we're going to see a 5th game there.
This group is all to play for still. Blizzard comes out, attack once again in the sights of Spacestation. This is it's going bad to worse here for Fnatic. Now they have got this rally and they're just marching on forward here, trying to lock down Hardy. They eventually kill him. Attack gets his revenge, proving that fists are mightier than the hammer there. But a minute and 20 seconds, Spacestation have done some tricky work on that first point.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to be able to go down and contest, right? This is going to be a first point capture there for Fnatic as Attack and Co push up a little bit further here. So they're going to have a Mei and Sim of their own, but playing that Ramatra instead of the Rhine. So I think in the past, it feels like the Ramatra is kind of won in a lot of the matchups in the Rhine Ramatra head-to-head. It feels like Ram has just a little bit more versatility.
Yeah, especially when he pops Nemesis form, just starts punching through that shield too. Hard for Rhine to really do much, but I mean, Spacestation are kind of used to this matchup, not too much of an issue for them. Hardy with 20% towards this Shatter, still holding this corner, just being a threat on the sidelines. Will be Lee Jae-gon going pretty low. A nano boost onto Knife, forces the block, but Lee Jae-gon's already dead. A little flame strike does end up killing him, and Hardy's just taking matters into his own hands. Backline down at the hands of the Rhine. Checkmate and Attack, at least come up with a couple of kills here, but Hardy is back and hot on the case.
Yes, it's going to be 2 turret kills there from Sparker, as I believe he actually just I think he throws him through a teleporter, actually. So we'll take a look.
Oh,
here.
a little TP bomb. Oh,
replay.
What am I seeing?
This one's gotten a little silly.
Yeah.
But that's what the Space Station wants to play. Oh, TP with the Blizzard right away.
Yeah, Landon's in trouble. Still deployed the lamp, luckily enough. Teleporter fell off the map there. Don't know where that went. I mean, Backbone's killed 2 already. Yeah, this fight's over.
That was actually both Blizzards. So it was Chickmate throwing his Blizzard Backbone as well. Like the TP, though, makes it quite easy. So you see Hadi pushes up here. They'll probably get a TP here just to get him out of the way.
I think they're just going to play up, Matt. That payload is regressing ever so slightly. Just play on this corner. You got Shadi, you got Ilario, you got Window too. Oh, straight around the corner! 4 men down! What a shutter from Hardy, and a pin to top it all off. You've got to be expecting that from Fnatic. Come on.
You think we'll see a Reinhardt ban at some point?
Yeah, I think probably.
I actually think, speaking a little bit about some of that, I actually think the ban to go after is probably the Sim. I think without even if there's like Lucio in the game, you can't really do these crazy maneuvers, right? Like the Sim just adds so much mobility to that Reinhardt. I think the ones you probably target are the Sim first, then a Rein ban.
Uh-oh, big wall coming in. Funny Astro taking to the skies here. Another wall. This time Sparkers. Now an Annihilation. My word, there's a lot of effects on the screen right now. There's a lamp happening. Hardy's getting frozen in the front line, but still playing around that wall. A shield bash through the shield there from Lee Jae-gon does finally end the Ryan's life. And Izzyaki with a bird's eye view of the fight, used the window on himself and cleans up.
Yeah, it's that amp matrix there from the high ground that really makes the difference. Is Yaki able to do some serious damage and healing on through it? So Spacestation, we'll see if they decide to come out and try and fight this one more time. They get a TP to the high ground. That's going to close the gap. No Lucio in the mix. Lucio is banned for this map. So we'll see if they're able to get a touch. Probably with a TP here. They got a Blizzard to work with.
Backbone getting a microwave there by all those little turrets up on that roof. Has to do something. Both Blizzards thrown on in. And there's a lot of frozen people on one teleporter. The entirety of Space Station there, frozen in place on top, huddling for warmth. But unfortunately, they all met their frosty demise at the hands of Checkmate.
Yes, they never actually deal with kind of like those turrets right above that doorway. So Sparker now will play the Ashe. So bringing in a little bit more long-range damage. Maybe you don't feel like you need the Sim, the mobility here towards the end. There's really not a lot of places you're going to play from. And when Fnatic uses that rush type of style, that death ball, you get big ticking damage with that dynamite.
Ooh, we're taking pretty low. Need some healing. Need some healing. There we go. It was single-digit HP after that fire strike landed. Up on the high ground now, trying to make sure Backbone doesn't get an off angle. Forces the block. Vortex and a wall too. That block eventually fades away, but a perfectly thrown lamp. That frisbee from a mile away to save Backbone's life.
Yeah, that was pretty sick there. As Hadi
hits one.
Yeah, just connects with the tank. That's going to be a May wall there from Checkmate. Able to protect him. Is this going to be annihilation here from attack?
Oh wait, what? Sorry, what? Where did Izzyaki come from?
He was just hanging out there.
He was chilling.
There's a huge pin there. The Annihilation.
I think he fell from the roof or something, like from the upper high ground.
The Annihilation was rolling from attack. You maybe could have kept that one going if you had your Baptiste alive, but end up losing Izzyaki. Is 20 seconds now on the clock. Last fight scenario here for Fnatic.
Window for Izzyaki. They ideally just want to swing on this one. Burn Hardy out. Who's on the ram now. No more Ryan for Space Station. Bob, Blizzard. And this Ilario coming up. Where have they gone?
Yeah, it looks like they potentially wrap here towards this high ground. Maybe just trying to funnel them through the choke as this is going to be the Bob.
Good shield. Perfect stuff there from Fnatic. Lee Jae-gon shields up with that teleport so they can't get Coach Gond off the top of the high ground. Blizzard on the point's going to do some serious work though. They've just got to focus Hardy now. I mean, there's the Ilario. Captain Sun hits one. Oh, a lot of detonation damage, but this will be Fnatic completing the map. But look at the time bank differential. 4 minutes versus a single minute from Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic, they do get a map completion, so they keep themselves alive in it. You change things up a little bit on defense. You can dwindle some time off the clock. This first point defense is fairly simple here on circuit.
Hopefully we see that pin onto Izzyaki again. Look at that shatter. Wow, the wall, just a fraction of a second too late.
It's Hadi, just a master on the Reinhardt, man. As But you see him play ball on map number 1, and then you're like, oh, please, just please do it. Oh. Back to the basics is, Spacestation should be a little bit happier, right? They do...
4 minutes back, man.
We got a huge advantage. So, I mentioned I actually thought the Ram was a little bit better than the Rhine in that matchup. They actually going to play Huddy on the Ram. I like that decision.
All right. Holding pretty far forward here, I'd imagine, for Spacestation. Do Fnatic roll out with the Venture again? Kind of opened up for him at least a little bit on their attack.
A little bit. They started to actually do pretty well with their own sim too, so I think they have some options. Oh, look how close Space Station's getting.
Yeah, you might as well try and full hold here. With only a minute to go, you haven't got really much to lose. Knife on the Venture. Sleeping backbone. Does use that burrow, and I don't think you're going to be able to survive up there, but a lap is exactly what the doctor ordered for Landon. This is rough. Yes, okay. Winning this first fight here is really bad for Fnatic. They need to be able to break the spawn hold. 30 seconds, 1 fight to go.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and you see the position Landon is set in. It's so difficult to be able to kind of like challenge him up there on that high ground as Knife comes up the side. That turret's going to allow them. Oh, he's not actually able to get on the ground. There's like a little bit of a delay, and Sparker takes him out.
Uh-oh. They haven't touched.
Yeah, so this would be bad.
Knife, okay, Knife switches to Sim just to TP out to try and get a touch here. They're going to get walled. Where's the TP? There it is. Everybody's through. Okay, they've touched the point. Oh! No way. No way. No way. No way.
Who do you think's gonna win?
They need to get 0, you'll see it in a sec, but 0.01 meters. Like, that is ridiculous.
Did they TP too far?
Yeah, they did. They TP too far. Oh no, Funny Astro.
Oh, with
Outburst.
with the Outburst knocks them back just a little bit.
Master of boops, not only on the Lucio, but on the Alari as well.
Hilarious.
The master of boops.
So they need to get nowhere to win.
Yeah. They need to touch.
Okay. So there's lots of different ways they can potentially do this.
Which means you can't hold up to the spawn doors. You have to hold near the payload. Because it is a single frame.
Right, because if somebody were to just TP out...
or triple blinkers tracer.
Or like Sombra just run around.
Yeah, exactly. Anything. This is a rarity. I believe this did happen in some of the earlier Overwatch World Cup games. Last time that was on, where Team Korea did spawn hold a couple of teams, and this kind of same situation did happen. But yeah, this is a rare one. 0.00 meters.
I don't know if Fnatic knows they can't allow a touch. Okay, so Lee Jae Gon is actually around the corner there contesting it. So they actually tried. I believe that was just Backbone who just did a triple blink.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Attack. Oh, and he's so sad. He's so sad in the corner.
It's Immortality Field gone?
Yes, it is. There's still someone from Fnatic touching that point. Like you said, it is Lee Jae Gon. A lot of damage being taken right now by Spark, who's huddling behind the column. God, it's so dicey, Matt.
This would be an insane hold, though.
This will be the best hold of all time. Checkmate's dead, though. Oh, and they booped. I mean, yeah. It's all over, I'm afraid. Space Station Gaming with a full hold on Escort, and they managed to complete the map. They had 4 minutes to get it done. It was an inevitable finish there as they tied the series up.
Yeah, when Space Station can play their style of play, they look phenomenal. So,
oh yeah.
I think now Fnatic, like you've seen this, you need to make adjustments. You have the ability to do so, right? Whether it be through a map selection and then a ban, right? You have a huge window to really kind of force Space Station off of this style of play. And then it just kind of comes down to like, how does Space Station adjust, right? What do they try and do? Is there a way you can really throw them off this? Because I feel like if you see these types of matchups, like in terms of like, you know, really heavy rush, these are the results you're going to see in this series. It's
got to feel pretty bad if you're a Fnatic as well, like being held in that manner. can't play good on the mental.
No, not at all. I mean, you don't even actually get to the payload to get a touch there. Towards the very end, you just get absolutely just bullied. So I think there's a few ways they can go, right? You can ban the Sim. I think that's probably an option. You can try and ban either the Ram or the Rhine.
Yeah.
Those are probably what you're looking at here maybe for Fnatic. So we'll have a chance to see that once we hear from the desk right now.
Thank you, Matt and Jaws. And these games are going quick. SSG with a full hold with 4 minutes left on the clock, and they finally finished. But Jake, as soon as we saw the Lucio ban, we knew this was going to get weird. I haven't seen anything like this before. What was your takeaway from that crazy map, too?
I was excited to see it because normally we would always see the Lucio in that style from SSG. That's just their bread and butter. But I like that they still committed to it. I don't think you really need the Lucio uniquely on Circuit Royale. You're more reliant on the Sim TP, the Maywall. The Lucio speed isn't actually the most critical element. On most maps it would be, but now you're in a great spot for SSG. Fnatic can no longer ban Lucio, and to be honest, I think that is your most impactful lever to pull against SSG.
You can see the excitement there from Christopher, the coach of Spacestation Gaming on the left. But McGravy, let's dial into some of the key plays here. We saw a whole lot of Hottie.
Listen, the casual crowd is going to love what Hottie did this map. Just some fat shatters, like some absolutely huge ones. Even when the May walls were coming up, he was getting them through. He was sidestepping. He was flicking his camera. He was doing everything to get them down.
Pretty incredible stuff there, but the Reinhardt, we'll see if that comes back out later in this series. Ramatra was in there for a little bit, and we saw Sims on both sides. Jake, can we learn anything that could happen in the future for the rest of this series from this map?
I do think it's powerful for Fnatic. They made a statement here that once they switched to the May Sim, it was a very competitive map. Yes, the overtime was pretty rough for them, but that's a weird spawn camp. And honestly, on their offense, it might have been a little bit slow and staggered, but they got the card rolling. They did full cap. They showed that they can also handle themselves in the May Sim mirror. So even if the May Sim is running away with the series, I think Fnatic might opt to take that mirror in a way that few teams have against Spacestation.
And Gravy, what did you learn by watching these gentlemen?
I think this map was a lot of research for Fnatic. Yes, the map did not go the way they wanted to. They did not win the map, but they tried out the Venture. They tried out the Sim May. They tried out the Ramatra, and all of that in its own way had a success. And that is going to be applicable to the rest of the series.
Okay, so speaking of the rest of the series, we know Fnatic gets to pick next. They, of course, have had some interesting hero bans up to this point. Jake, if you're Fate and Flutta, what's going through your head after that loss?
I'm thinking, let's bring it back to what worked for us on map 1. Let's go back to a dive style. For that, I think it's hard to look past maps like Hollywood. I think hybrid map type is probably going to be your best bet. But you could see it on push as well. There's push maps like that are just great for those open dive styles. So I think that's probably where Fnatic are going to take us. But they've shown a lot of flexibility too. If the coaches have confidence, maybe they'll continue to take this mirror against SSG.
Do we expect to see May if Backbone isn't in the lineup?
I think absolutely not. I think he is kind of the heart and soul of that composition. Hottie means a lot, but I think the ability for Backbone to play either the Sim or the May gives them a lot of flexibility because Sparker is also capable of playing the Sim. So if they want the Sim May, they have Sparker on the Sim. If they want, say, a Sim Cast, like we've seen from Twisted Minds, they're able to swap it up, and I think that's super, super important for their team.
We've seen Fnatic making some decisions to bring Donghack back over. Over on this side, though, Psycho makes his return into the lineup. What does that tell you for SSG?
I'm suspecting that Fnatic did what I thought they would and brought us back to a dive style where Psycho's coming back into the lineup. His flexibility, his prowess on those high mobility flankers is just such a boon to SSG on that style of maps. I mean, last time Fnatic did look really good in this style. It was dominant on Ilos, so they are looking good to potentially get a lead in the series.
It's dry here in Riyadh. The players putting in their Visine, getting ready to go for map number 3 as Donghack gets under the table to get ready here. Let's talk a little bit about the rookies, though. You had Attack coming in his first year as a tank. You got a second-year tank in Donghack. Can Fnatic rely on these two guys? What have you seen from them so far, McGravy, as a tank expert?
I think they absolutely can. I think Donghack has shown his own style that they're able to utilize, but also Attack also showed that he's capable of playing the Ramatra. So if they do get stuck in this rush feed, rush mirror, they have something they can pull out if Attack not gets stuck in the game, but is not what was considered optimal for them.
That's a look at Donghack as he gets ready. On the other side, we have Psycho, and let's dial in a little bit more here on the Austrian. He's playing with Sparker, the Swede. What is this DPS duo doing right now for SSG? What have you seen from them at Dallas and now here?
we've seen them bring out in this tournament, it's been the Echo Tracer, right? With Sparker looking pretty solid on the Tracer and Psycho really being the dedicated flyer player for this squad. But I think their strongest look is when Sparker stays on the hit scan. Psycho can flex freely if needs a little bit more spam pressure. Could be an Echo or a Pharah, wants to play a little bit faster. I think his Tracer is the best on the squad. So I think this does open their options up, and it's the lineup they need to field if they're going to be playing a dive mirror.
Doomhack's coming in. I feel it. Let's go to Hollywood. Let's see a little bit more Doomfist. It was brought out yesterday. They didn't have as much success as they wanted on Fnatic's side, but maybe they can find it now against SSG. If you're wondering what's going on in the other matchup, Virtus Pro just tied it up 2-2 after falling behind 2-0 to Nightmare. So VP could lock up that #1 spot, and we could see a three-way tie if things go according to plan here, if it goes to a Game 5. Jake, is it going to go the distance after seeing these two teams go toe-to-toe?
I think we will be going to a map 5 here, honestly. With what we've seen, both teams on their strengths, they're incredibly potent. It's going to come down to these last crucial maps. Who can actually get their vision of the game to be decisive when we go to something like a push or a flashpoint where it's really anybody's game. I think we will see that clash of styles to determine who comes out on top and potentially who stays alive here at the Esports World Cup.
Let's go over to Coach McGravy as we take a look at your options. If you are Flutta, if you are Fate, you are looking across these fantastic maps and you are making a very tough decision. This is the swing game. This is the momentum maker. So McGravy, we know what Jake wants to do. Do you have any other successful strategies you could implement here, seeing that hybrid, push, and flashpoint are left?
No, I think I'm generally in agreement with Jake. When you get stuck in this battle of styles, whoever ends up winning that first map gets the advantage, because when you go loser v loser v loser, you end up getting the last pick. And when you get that last pick, you have so much decision-making power over what you can do. So I think it's super critical for Fnatic, and I think they're happy with where they're at now, where they'll just be taking Space Station to dive maps.
Let's take a look here at the MVP nominees so far. Every match we nominate our Sony MVP. We award that after the series is done. Jake, through 2 games, who are you giving credit to?
I mean, I think if Dive does carry the day for Fnatic, I think you've got to give it to Donghack. I think his ball was really dominant on map 1. But on the flip side, if it's SSG, you got to credit Hadi. I think this is going to be a question of whose style comes out on top, and a lot of that is built around these tank players, what they are the best at, what they are most comfortable on. And so for me, I think the tank who wins is going to take home that Sony MVP.
If he has backbone, he's going to say it's Landon and his Frisbee. The BAP has been coming up clutch. McGravy, we've got about 20 seconds, so make it quick. Who are you looking at here in a Game 3 for a potential MVP performance?
I'm right there with backbone. I think Landon is the back that this team is built off of. He is the core. He is the backbone. No pun intended. He is what this team's built off of. He can play anything they need, and he's always just super solid and steady for them.
This has been an exciting matchup. I didn't think it would be at the start of the day, but as things are sorting out here, as we end up groups, it's coming down to the wire for all the teams, especially the 2 on the stage. Fnatic with all the pressure. Can they steal a win over SSG? It's going to be their map pick, and it's time to decide. Go ahead and announce it for me, Jake. You can just say Hollywood early, right?
I thought it could be Hollywood, but it's the choice. New Junk City.
Did you see that one coming?
Take us to Flashpoint. That's an interesting look. This signals a willingness to take the Rushmere. Curious to see what the hero bans are as Fnatic. This is an interesting approach to the series.
McGravy, you are flabbergasted. What is going through your brain right now?
I'm just not sure. Seeing Donghack come in and then also going to traditionally a rush map and then banning rush heroes. So I'm always curious if they're trying to see like a force like a Doomfist or like a junk, something weird like a Junker Queen maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Landon, not super happy to see the BAP is gone here.
I think he's feeling some respect, honestly. That's a respect ban because Landon, I mean, he's lights out in the BAP. It's not just the lamps. He is aggressive and dangerous on this hero.
We've seen him putting up frag after frag on the other side. D.Va is out of the game. What does that tell you, Jake?
To me, I mean, this is just a hero that I don't think SSG really wants to use, and maybe it enables them to play a Winston. Maybe not so worried about those D.Va's deadly shotguns. Maybe it keeps you off of a ball mirror. I mean, honestly, if I was looking at Donghack, I'd be more wanted to ban his ball or his Doomfist. So,
yeah.
Interesting choice from SSG.
A bit surprising. I doubt they're trying to protect characters this early in this series. Do you think so, McGravy?
Honestly, I'm sitting here with my eyebrows scrunched. I have no idea why they banned D.Va. Both times this hero's been banned, I'm not really sure because there's neither of these tank players that are in right now are known for their defense.
Well,
they don't want to play
the
defense.
rosters are picked after the ban, so the teams knew the ban when they sent their roster. So maybe this is saying, hey, Donghack, let's take another run at Donghack. We don't want to deal with attack. Put some respect on attack, even though he did lose that Circuit Royale map.
I love that call out. Mad respect to all 10 players on this stage as they are about to face off in our third of a potential 5-map series. The game getting started right now as we send it back to Mr. X and Jaws.
All right, Junkertown up next. Spacestation Gaming and Fnatic, one apiece as we jump into our third map.
Yeah, it's a little bit of interesting bans there. You get Donghack back in the game, potentially see the Wrecking Ball or Doomfist, like they had mentioned there on the desk. So really interesting here as things have started to go further along in this series. Also, to give a little bit of an update, Virtus Pro actually ended up closing out that series in the end. So they end up taking that game 5 from Nightmare.
Reverse sweep.
Yeah, that's brutal for Nightmare, right? I know still an opportunity, I know with some help here in this series to make it out of the group, but man, a real chance going to control their own destiny there. They kind of squandered against VP.
All right, let's open the gates. Spacestation Gaming running out with Hardy on the Mauga. No Ryan. Donghack doing the same.
Yeah, a little Mauga mirror here. So you don't have the BAP, right? The lamp is so good with the Ramatra or the Rhine to be able to like protect those characters. The Mauga can just get in, live forever, like on their own combos well with the Kariko. So a little bit of a different look on it. What do you think about, I actually like Fnatic playing the Pharah here. I think just trying to punish maybe some of that aggression.
Oh, Checkmate already down though, 2 Psycho. Yeah, Backbone can charge off the Mauga as well, like super easily. Like you are full charge, like 9 times out of 10 in these fights. Look at that, an easy, like clean sweep from Spacestation Gaming there, little team kill.
I mean, that was not close, as that is Fnatic losing first fight there. So seems like they have not really figured out how to play. Why not ban the Sim, right?
Yeah, I've been thinking that too.
Like, the Sim seems to be, like, enabling all of these and also giving them the most trouble. It doesn't seem like Fnatic wants to play Sim in any of these comps either.
Yeah, there's no way they pick up Symmetra themselves, so maybe saving it for later, I'm not sure.
I mean, they tried to play some Sim on Circuit, but
yeah,
it wasn't awesome.
Well, yeah, that's one way to put it. Yeah, it wasn't awesome. Another team kill back-to-back for Spacestation Gaming. Damn, they are just...
That's a dead body.
Yeah, they are painting the walls red with their blood at this point. I mean, with Fnatic, no ultimates, switching to Venture. Space Station with 3 ults in this fight.
They might not even need to use some Space Station. I mean, that's how dominant they've been. Hold on to them and then really start to, connect these points together, right? You know, you win this first one, you hold on to some ultimates, move into the second one. It's going to be the Kitsune rush here for Izayaki, and that's a nice Sim wall.
Yeah, I mean, you can't use the... you can't use the rush at all, basically. I mean, maybe the tail end of it, I suppose, but... All right, Knife does manage to get a touch on the point, triggering OT. But here's Hardy. He's got a cage. They had ults from the previous fight. There's no shot. Fnatic come back in this one, and there it is. There is your first point on the board for Space Station.
So Fnatic needs to wake up, man. It feels like after map #1, it has just been dominance from Space Station Gaming as... this will be a double support ult opportunity for Space Station. Look at this next hill. It's right here. I mean, they're going to be in perfect position to get it first. Set up here with the Sim, get all the turrets all rolling. Things have gone from bad to worse.
I don't mind Knife jumping over to the Venture.
No, neither do I.
Yeah. I think they provide, like, especially in these clumped up comps, a lot of AoE damage with the left click, and you can dislodge people too. Burrow's pretty easy to kind of get out of there if you do find yourself in danger, and then Tectonic Shock as well can just destroy a team, but with speed and a TP, it might be hard to get it down.
So looks like Checkmate trying to find an angle here.
It's got Barrage.
Yeah.
Well, there is the cage. Checkmate just unleashing that barrage. A lot of initial damage there, but finding Astro's sound barrier just absorbing most of it as Checkmate ends up going down. And this is all Space Station Gaming. I mean, Fnatic, I'm not sure how many kills they got, but got to be close to 0.
It is a lot to a very little. That is kind of the current situation in terms of kills. Is Checkmate now going to move over and play the Echo. So I'm going to mirror this Echo. biggest difference still this Symmetra. You know, they're Backbone able to just kind of like maneuver this team all around. The Sim walls have been extremely effective. And the longer the fight goes, the stronger the Sim becomes. It seems like Fnatic has had absolutely zero answer.
Oh, they're going to try once again. Venture hit the burrow pretty quickly there, but here comes the wall. And now what side you try and fight on? I mean, they're just going to be dancing the entire time. Unfortunately, Backbone dodged left when he was supposed to dodge right. Takes a kunai to the face. Here's the tectonic shock. Maybe it's time for them to come alive eventually. It's doing a fair amount of damage. Psycho, though, coming up with big kills. A copy on the cage. Triple kill for Psycho. Make that a quadra kill. Maybe a kill tack in his sights, maybe? I'm not sure. I mean, look, this is... Hey, what is this game?
Hey, those guys at the desk better still be standing there. I mean, this is going to get back to them real fast with the way this is going. As let's take a look at a replay here from Psycho's POV.
I mean,
he's got the cardiac overdrive going. I mean, this is Cage.
The overkill extermination, Matt, is what just happened.
This is a bloodbath.
Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. Whee! Look at that knife jumping off of the high ground. Whoopsie daisy, I'm in your back line. Well, there's the TP. Soundbarrier comes in for Funny Astro. Trying to win the fight first again, and... Damn. Oh, what? Wait. Can we get a replay of that? Lee J gone. All right, biggest play they've made so far. Lee J gone. It's not Lee J gone tower. It's New Junk City. Gets a nice little double boop. Oh, wow, look at that. Instant replay. Oh, a boom. Oh, not even booped off the map either. Just a nice little bit of damage.
Yeah, back in the action, though. Knife connects with 2. So this will be Fnatic with some signs of life. Able to actually take the point. So first time we've seen, Fnatic hold the objective here on New Junk City. And this is what Fnatic's map pick as well.
Yeah, right.
Map pick and ban. So quite a terrible start.
Yeah. Tectonic shot. Uh-oh. This Cage, pretty deadly. Tectonic shot doing a lot of damage right now. Sound barrier on top too. They're investing a lot into this fight. Duplication from Psycho. Got a free Cage there for just a moment, but quickly dealt with.
Now it looks like they're going to try and just stagger out Hottie here. So that was a duplicate Cage. Just try and counter it, right? I know also with duplicating the Malka, probably the best thing about it's like the cardiac overdrive, right? You're able to get a second use of that. That cooldown's so strong.
Knife, by the way, is at 50% towards another. Oh,
yeah. Just had it as well.
Wow.
Just used it.
That's exceptionally quick. Like I said before, like the AoE damage on the left kick's pretty crazy, but didn't realize it was that crazy. Okay. All right, real Cage this time from Hardy. Gonna try and TP away if they need to. I mean, Checkmate's just so low. Should be able to get healed up with that cardiac overdrive though. There's Dong Hack applying his boot onto Backbone's back. And they end up capping this point. All right, Spacestation did find the flip initially there in the start of the fight, but there you go. Fnatic are on the board.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're Spacestation, this point just might be chalked. Yeah, so you're gonna have to just kind of get that early rotation, go all the way across the map here. So it's going to be a long trek for Fnatic. It should be Spacestation getting over here first. Maybe they can control that high ground.
Looks like they might meet before they actually get to the point. Wall available for Backbone. He's so low. Yeah, especially in these small corridors. Feels like Space Station needs to take the more open route to start off with.
This series has been so odd in the sense that, like, it's never been back and forth. It's just been complete dominance from one team. And in the flip, it just switches, like, just right to the other side, and then it's complete dominance from the other. So now Fnatic, I think the biggest thing is, like, they've started to get, like, some ultimate advantages in some of these fights, right? So Space Station, they will have an opportunity here. Double support ultimate and that sim wall coming on in.
Yeah, Fnatic support line very close to theirs as well. Tectonic shock used, but Iziaki's already down. Knife needs to get some purchase here with this. Hits the burrow real quick, trying to find a different angle. Use the burrow, jumps straight back high in the sky. A sound barrier will make sure Knife does stay alive. However, unfortunately for Donghak, does end up going down. A duplicated wall here for Checkmate. Is finding a fair bit here, and of course, it's staying around. Is going to aid in their offensive capabilities. There will be Spacestation capping the point still, and with Hardy down there as well, Matt. I mean, they're not going to give this up easy.
No, and they do have Sound Barrier here to use as well. And you have 4 players here for Spacestation. You might feel like you can use it. Yeah, so there's going to be the Sound Barrier.
Cage comes in for both sides. My word, it reminds me of Amalgamator. And there's the wall too. Calculate that one, Matt, like every single part of the map being chopped off. Backbone, though, 100% charge, just focused beam straight on top of Donghak and melted everybody.
Yeah, and you know, when you have these long fights drawn out with Sound Barriers, the sim can start to get ramped up. If you don't focus that Symmetra down, that damage just becomes so unavoidable, especially putting that damage down onto the Mauga, right? The Mauga's health can just disappear.
Okay, Knife, what do you got for us now? It's been pretty good with these tectonic shocks so far, especially when duped with the cage, or duoed with the cage, I should say. Taking this one rather slow. TP, a bit more of an aggressive angle there from Backbone, but Landon ripping that rush. Now their focus is Donghak, receives a Suzu, manages to get out of there. Hardy taking a face full of sticky bombs as well. Looks like they're just going to disengage for the time being, but they haven't got a lot of time left. 90% for Spacestation Gaming as they just try and find an initial pick. Donghak, Izzyaki, Legion gone really low. Someone does need to touch, however, and it will be Knife. A duplication onto the Mauga for Checkmate, as now they are taking over the fight. Backbone and Landon down. A free cage for Checkmate locks Hardy in place as they eventually find the team kill.
Yeah, you'll be able to get another fight here, though, for Spacestation Gaming, right? You'll be able to come back in with this speed boost. Funny Astro potentially getting that Sound Barrier with an opportunity to close out the map. This would be a bit of a shock if Fnatic's able to battle back into this, right? It would feel like Spacestation's giving one away with how well they played earlier.
They were playing so far up, but they are playing straight into the rush. Backbone's alone. Astro goes in for the touch. Backbone Landon dead. Astro might be able to get the flip here, but I don't think this is going to be a capture. Oh, he doesn't. Uh-oh, well, that's point. That's Fnatic tying things up. 99-99 on that one as we go to our final point now.
Yeah, and that's just the Kitsune Rush they're used for Fnatic. So they end up using that Kitsune Rush, playing quite aggressively. Spacestation gets a little bit of a spawn advantage here going into the next point, but I think they've really found something with this venture.
Yeah, this is working out so well for them. Landon's already down. Those turrets are mere about an annoyance. Although with Knife dead, and Psycho copying this cage, Sound Barrier is going to have to be deployed here by Lee Jae-Go, and only hits 3 as Donghak also used the cage. I mean, that is just, okay, that is absurd. How many cages he got?
Mauga just causing chaos. In the back earlier, Puckett was like, I really like watching Mauga, and I saw like, Jake just got to get flashbacks to the Mauga meta.
Mauga meta,
like,
trust me, you wouldn't have liked it after Mauga meta, my friend.
I was like, he's cool, Puckett, but you missed some stuff.
Yeah, you've been at this for a little bit.
At
okay,
one point, we had like quad cage everywhere.
Yeah. Not the greatest thing to see on your screens. Ooh, Knife.
Oh, like
what?
It was like War Games. You ever see War Games, the WCW wrestling pay-per-view?
No, no, I didn't see that.
It's unfortunate. They took 3 cages and put them next to each other. So it was kind of like the Mauga meta in a way.
Okay. Hello. Wow.
Yeah.
Golden Boy somewhere's like, yeah, I get that reference.
Don't look at what year that took place. It'll date myself, but I remember it.
Maybe before even my time.
You definitely were alive.
Sure?
Yeah.
I don't know, Matt. You're quite a few years older than me. All right. 78% for Spacestation Gaming here. Make that 80 as Fnatic could try go for their final touch. Hardy percent super low. Cardiac Overdrive used. There's the double Mauga. Oh, it's coming in. Eventually, a cage is going to come online. It's going to be Checkmate's first by the looks of it. Oh, boom. Cage coming in. Tectonic shot from Knife, doing a fair bit of damage, but everybody fighting in the small corridor. Backbone luckily focusing him down. And now Fnatic in a 4v4 now as Hardy also falls. 99% for Spacestation. Landon just calming his heart out right now. Looks like they might just want to just give up this fight at this point. Yeah, no more alternates. Don't want to use anything. Don't want to invest in anything more. As we know, we only need to win one fight now.
Yeah, a bit of a reset here for Spacestation Gaming. So Fnatic clutches up there. A big tectonic shock there from Knife. Duplicate there. Cage fight coming in for Checkmate. they'll have actually, Donghak's cage fight here coming up. It'll be very interesting, right? Cage fight on both sides, and then you have the sound barrier as well. Who can kind of like land the more effective sound barrier with some of these ultimates? But Psycho also going to be able to duplicate a Maga here. We've seen how effective that's been as you see Funny Astro kind of hiding around this corner.
Here comes the beat. Hits 5, and here comes the sound barrier from Lee Jae Gon. There's the second cage map. I'm waiting for more. Donghak dead, though, not a good start.
Got another cage coming in.
And there it is. There's the next cage. Okay, Psycho gaining 2 cages in that fight to win it out. Who knew? Who knew Malga was that good? Well, it is Psycho. Hardy spamming easy in the chat. As Space Station take match point.
They were like, Donghak just writes a response, ... Space Station was up like 2-0, and then they just let Fnatic just roll back into it, and then now the Ian type easy at the end. This has been pretty back and forth, but for me, I think you need to get rid of this sim.
Yes.
You need to get rid of the sim. If you're not going to play the sim, but you want to take rush mirrors, it's clear the sim is being quite effective here for Space Station. So regardless of what goes on, I'd love to see Fnatic get rid of this Symmetra, change it up a little bit like that. So Symmetra, Lucio, right? There's like some things they can do, but right now, feels like they're allowing Space Station to just play this style of play that they're awesome at.
All right. We'll see what bans head our way. 4th map coming up. Space Station on match point. Of course, they are already through. It's Fnatic's final chance to not get their key crushed in that hydraulic press.
Seems like we are ready to go to the desk. Guys, bring it down.
Thank you very much. The Backbone Psycho combo causing problems, especially when you have Hottie doing Hottie things. Let's break this one down short and sweet. McGravy, how many cages did you see in that game?
One too many. I mean, it's absolutely so hard to tell what's going on. I'm just confused on why we're on the map in the first place.
Jake, talk me through this. We were always expecting maybe Hollywood, maybe Dorado. Did not expect Flashpoint. You said this is Fnatic failing on some of the decisions behind the scenes. How'd they play in game, though?
I think they did play pretty well. They almost brought it back, and against the sim combo that, SSG is just so adept with, it's an impressive performance, but it's just not enough. And in the end, you're left wondering, was it just hubris to think you could take SSG on their very most comfortable style, this ultra fast, ultra aggressive? That's when they're at their best. And with someone like Psycho in the lineup, the Echo has just become so much more fearsome. Now SSG sitting pretty 2-1, Fnatic back against the wall. Maybe now we'll bring it back to a dive, but still there's that push map potentially to close it out, or escort, rather hybrid. SSG still gonna have one more map pick, even if you force them to a game 5.
For all the folks out there who said Maga sucks, how do you feel about him now, McGravy?
Not my favorite, but it's definitely strong under the right circumstances. I think the D.Va ban was really well targeted, and it enabled the Maga comp.
All right, that is game 3 in the books. We're going to a break. When we come back, the series continues with SSG on match point.
The way I live life. Way you do it. Way you do it. The way I live life. Way you do it. The way I live life. The way I live life. Way you do it. Way you do it. The way I live life. Way you do it. The way I live life.
Groups are coming to a close, and we're about to send one team home. Will it be Fnatic here in Group D? Well, their tournament life is on the line. They started with a map 1 win, but since then it's been SSG and McGravy. Looks like SSG has more tricks up their sleeves as they continue to make some swaps on the stage.
Yeah, it's like I said, every tournament this happens, Spacestation tries to play outside of their comfort zone, and they always come back home. They always come back home to the Sim, to the Mei, to the Lucio. They love it. It's their bread and butter.
Can you run on everything, though?
Listen, they've tried in the past. They've made it work in the past. I think they have to make another crack at it.
All right, Jake, so we're going back to Fnatic. Is now the time to pull out your Hollywood?
I hope so. I mean, for their sake, I think dive has been their strongest suit for their own team, potentially also the weakest for Spacestation Gaming. I'm not sure if you can really force a poke matchup. They tried on Circuit Royale and it fell flat. Poke is actually quite vulnerable to SSG's best comp where, you know, they love to rush down those Sigmas, swarm over the top. And I mean, there's still some impactful bans left in the series. You haven't banned Sim yet. So maybe there's a way to take that piece out of the lineup. But you've banned Baptiste and Lucio already in the series. And to be honest, for me, those supports are the best bans you can do against SSG. And SSG won both of the maps with their most critical heroes out of the role. Looking pretty scary.
Now, I got good news. If you're a Psycho fan, if you loved his Echo, you're going to see more of it, right? It's probably coming out here in game number 4. As we take a look at the stage, we head back over to the Kadia Arena, and this one has me all kinds of excited because I want to see what is Knife going to do. You're probably not going to bring out the Venture again, do you?
Surely not. Like we said, I think Fnatic made a mistake by not doing dive, and I think they go back, and I think they look for potentially kind of the Winston or the ball with the Ashe and the Fair. I think that's kind of where they're guiding themselves towards.
Love this stage. I love this competition, and I love half of these maps. The other ones I don't win on, Jake, but let's take a look and see where Fnatic feels they can pull a W. Push! No hybrid for you, my friend.
Colosseo. That's a wild move. Frankly, I think this is quite a good map for SSG's style. I mean, what are you really going to ban? It's what's going to really change the game. It is the Sim. I think this is a good ban.
Yeah.
However, I don't know that you even need the Sim on Colosseo. The classic hit scan Mei, I think, can look very good. We do see Psycho Sparker, so maybe this will be a dive here.
I was going to say, Backbone, who popped off with that Sim, says, no more Sim for me. Sparker, you're back in the lineup. What heroes do you think he's bringing to the table on the DPS side?
I think that at this point, they're a little more keen on taking this. That it looks like a rush mirror on Colosseo. I don't really see a world where they can play anything else, and Spacestation has completely denied the fact they can play dive anyways, at least with the Winston. So I think we're expecting something maybe like a Ramatra mirror with the hit scan, maybe something in that area.
Jake?
Could be. I'm starting to worry, though, because with Winston out of the picture, I think that's maybe Hottie's most comfortable dive tank. If we go back to a ball mirror, I think I'm kind of worried because Donghack is nice with it on the Wrecking Ball. So I think Fnatic gets to really make a big choice, a bold statement here about what they believe is their best style, where they think their strengths lie. Still looking confident, though, on the stage.
Fnatic's tournament life on the line. Spacestation Gaming looking to finish 2-1 and potentially lock up that number 2 seed, which allows them to pick their opponent in the round of 12. Our map is ready. Our casters are ready. It's time to rock. Jaws, Mr. X, take it away.
Potential last map here, Matt, in this series. Gonna Colosseo. Fnatic's choice.
Yeah, interesting pick here of map choice, where I agree with Jake. Maybe like a hybrid would have been better. I also think like you would have loved to save the Sim pick for the hybrid map, right? Like,
right, okay.
Don't allow them to enable those types of comps on a map like that, where Colosseo, right? You're just kind of like fighting over that mid-map. You don't exactly need the TP. You can kind of like play a little bit of a different style, with that rush. So quite interesting decisions, I think, for both sides. The Winston Gauntlet does eliminate, Hadi's kind of favorite dive tank of choice. But look at this, we're gonna get
Hadi Diva.
Hadi Diva in Donghack on the Doom. So don't think anybody had this one on the desk. Really interesting comps.
They were like, man, we've seen Hadi Diva in scrims, bro. That's why they banned it, map 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe they knew.
Maybe they knew. Maybe they knew something we didn't. All right, okay. I like to see a little bit of Doomfist as well. I know Puckett is definitely punching the air right now. I'm pretty excited about it.
So much Ashe, I feel like, throughout the tournament thus far. Just seems to be the hit scan of choice.
Yeah, after the Cassidy nerfs, Ashe definitely has kind of regained her former glory. Which means Bob is also in the limelight as well, which is also great. Removing the glass is also great too, but still, it's been a minute. No kills just yet. Both teams are pacing themselves at this point. Doesn't look like Fnatic are going to get pushed all the way back, however, as Space Station advance.
Yeah, as Space Station will get the bot. Get a little bit of space here, but Donghack finds Sparker. He was trying to use that coach gun to get away. He's not able to live, so funny Astro here too. So they push back just a little bit there. Does Fnatic, they fall back, and then they actually just kind of collapse right on top of Sparker. As the Ashe doesn't have as much survivability as like a Cassidy, but this fight not exactly over.
Oh, don't wait the Doom. Don't wait the Diva even. Go heal up. Yeah, at least you've gone dead. Unfortunate. Oh, Nano boost in the back line, actually. Donghack's going to go in. Hasn't got the ult to back up, but doesn't need it. Nice little punch there onto Astro. Easily taken care of. That frog squished.
Still a very early lead here for Fnatic. Not by much. Hadi will get a selfish.
That is not good.
Oh, not actually going to.
Doesn't want to use it.
Yeah,
because he can instantly get punched too. As soon as that animation comes in, boom, you can interrupt it. It's real rough.
Now Knife will have a Bob here. You can have Donghack getting up to the high ground. But when they've had Donghack on like Doom and Ball, I mean, he's in such a nuisance. They've not been able to really deal with it.
Yeah. Donghack can go in super deep now with the Meteor Strike. Oh, Sparker, that coach gun. It barely moved him 2 pixels. Still got the Bob. Speaking of which, Knife sent his out to Spawn. All right.
I think he thought he was going to get the kill.
All right.
I didn't need the Meteor Strike, but
we've all been there. We've all been there.
Have we?
Yeah, I have. I played too much Overwatch.
So that is when the Donghack would probably like that back. I mean, he gets that kill there. They probably still keep that
yeah, you get the kill. Like you said, you hit Meteor Strike, you're healing in the sky, and then you just carry on, yeah. All right, Bob's been deployed. Sparker dodging that punch. Although that nade is something that Hadi wish he ate. Sound barrier and a lamp to try and save Sparker. My word, everything thrown in to try and kill Sparker. They even a pulse bomb as well.
Yeah, they don't actually get him in the end, as Psycho's pulse bomb is good, though. It takes out Knife. It's all the long-range damage gone there for Fnatic. So Space Station Gaming now going to start to move the bot into Fnatic territory.
Well, there we go. All right. Finally get it past those archways now. Self-destruct still available from Hadi here. Although now we've got to be worried about the Izayaki Nano engage.
Yeah, this could be pretty similar to one of the previous fights that we've had, right? Where Landon used the Ant Matrix, and then you just use the Nano on the Doom, just go straight past it. Just disrupt. This is the Ant Matrix here used. They actually just fall back. They don't want to push on into this.
Yeah, look at how much damage Donghack's taken already. Might be able to get the lead off this as well. Only a meter to go. Oh, misses the punch. Tragic. Tragic.
It doesn't have the size of Donghack there, right? So he can't really do much of anything.
Oh, he's got oh, okay. Dodges out of the way. The self-destruct doesn't get squished either. Nice little punch in the room there. It'll be Sparker eventually dying to checkmate. They ain't going to be able to get lead though, Matt. Fnatic are going to be able to hold on.
Yeah, Psycho gets 2, and looked like him and Hadi could have maybe made something happen there, but he actually gets hit with the dynamite there from Knife, so he's taking so much ticking damage, doesn't have recall there to be able to kind of get some of that health back, also kind of remove that status effect. So ends up falling, but pretty good push there for Space Station Gaming, gets it very close.
Yeah, 5 minutes to go. Half the time bank elapsed now as the Bob is deployed onto this high ground. I think Funny Astro helped the Bob there. It went even further into the backline. Bot extending its lead. Someone from Fnatic is just perma-touching right now, although now we get to do the dance of the bridge. Now we get to bridge stall for as long as possible, but it doesn't look like Fnatic are going to give them an opportunity to do so. Checkmate with the pulse bomb, meaning Hardy has to pay close attention to it. Doesn't want that landing on the back line. Oh, London.
Checkmate just putting so much pressure on the back line, right?
Yeah.
Not really getting kills here, right? But just look at all of the people who have to focus on him.
Yeah. Psycho swinging and miss with the pulse bomb there. Bot is still moving, or is attempting to move at the very least. Psycho, luckily, there to contest, but for how much longer is the question. Bob comes through for Sparker. Astro with the beat, with a good overview of the fight, but he is now broken down, and Spacestation once again control the bot.
This will be the nano boost on a Donghack. It's going to be a sound barrier in response here for Spacestation Gaming.
He's punching. He's trying to punch.
Everybody up, yeah.
He's just meleeing there with the Doomfist. Didn't get too much done with the nano boost at all. Even the D.Va still kind of annoying against the Doomfist. Always has been a good counter, even when Doomfist was DPS. You just matrix all the shots.
Donghack able to live for a very long time, but not produce many results there with the nano. Nice sound barrier there for Funny Astro. Able to keep Spacestation Gaming alive. So now Spacestation with an opportunity to take the lead. It looks like they've kind of gotten this position constantly, right? They have this Amp Matrix now up.
Same thing again.
Yeah.
Exactly the same thing. Oh, sound barrier usage in though to make sure that Spacestation do not gain the lead. Nice punch into the wall there. Removes not only the lab, but everybody shoved in, stunned, Sparker dead, Meteor Strike in. That's a big slam straight onto Funny Astro as well. Is pretty low, and Lee J gone there to the rescue.
Not the spot you want to be against a Doomfist, like inside of that small room. So Donghack kind of goes crazy there, able to pick up some kills. This will be Knife finishing some players off as Lee J Gon potentially going to play the Brig here. Yeah, so it looks like a little bit of a change. Not going to play the Lucio. Going to be able to play the Brigitte here in combination with that Ana. So using the Brig to, end up kind of protecting the Ashe a little bit, right, in the Ana. As Hadi now going to kind of give up on the D.Va, going to go play the Ram.
Good Bob. Look how far. Oh, my word.
It knocked Hadi up. The Bob knocked Hadi up, yeah.
Double headshot over the top of the shield. Thank you very much, Bob. Knife with 3 kills in the fight. I mean, Matt, that's checkpoint, mate.
Yeah, and Hani now is going to go back to the D.Va. So it looked like potentially was going to try and play that Ramatra, but now I feel like maybe have to play the D.Va here. No, D.Va's so good against hit scan, right? You see, you switch once, Knife goes crazy, takes out 3, you figure, okay, well, maybe we actually bring in our hit scan, right? Hit scan stopper in terms of the D.Va.
Oh, you see Hardy bathing, checkmate in the Matrix there. He's got a pulse move in hand. Easy stick for the Tracer. Nano boost onto the Doomfist once again. Lead has been extended past that checkpoint too. I mean, Donghack is just such a menace. Just an annoyance. An 8-foot fly is Donghack right now in the back line. Yeah, it's so health pack too, yeah.
So they do lose checkmate here. So it looks like potentially not able to get much further is Fnatic, but still they open up a big lead where Spacestation's pretty much gotten to the high ground, dropped an Amp Matrix every single time and got nothing for it. That's pretty much been the story they're after.
Yeah. They've been using it to try and stop Fnatic from engaging on them, but it's been the opposite. Fnatic are more than happy to push past the window. Right, Psycho now trying to get into the back line. Of course, with this Brig, a lot harder to take down this Arnett. Got to get through that shield plus the health packs. Donghack using that ultimates. I mean, yeah, it's good for getting out of there and also good for engaging, but unfortunately, Lee Jae-gon and Izzyaki were preoccupied in that fight. Sparker does kill both the Doomfist and the Arnett. And now Spacestation Gaming could try and regain control of that lead.
Yeah, the Bob was pretty good there for Sparker, and the bad part here for Spacestations, they actually lose Sparker here towards the end. So he spawns all the way out, and they're not going to have him for this fight. And I mean, that is massive, especially when you're fighting in this kind of long-range area.
Ooh, okay, they get checkpoint. Minute to go now for Spacestation.
But they're still, Fnatic knows that Spacestation's a player down still.
Pulse bomb. Oh, what a stick from Psycho! Izzyaki down, Lee Jae-gon with a rally. Can maybe bandage up this fight somewhat, that overhealth building up. Psycho takes a headshot, a stick onto Funny Astro. No lead in sight here for Spacestation now. It's hard to use that self-destruct to try and get the remake, but instantly killed off by Knife.
So, man, it's going to come down to the wire. 30 seconds to go. Funny Astro getting close to a sound barrier here, so That'll be huge coming into this next fight. Can they, I mean, killing Dominic here would be huge.
Big trades going back and forth. Fnatic, 78 meters to 66. Space Station need to fight uphill, but they got a beat to do it.
Astro's got to go back, though, and he's going to get Landon. So they got to get Landon back in the fight. You're going to have your Tracer here as well. So they just have to huddle here for a brief second. This is pretty bad, though. Fnatic has their Bob. They're going to have a Nano here for Donghack as well.
Oh, just chill on the high ground. Like, you have to come to us. Good luck. Bob, like you said, Nano. They've got so much new tools to work with right now.
I almost feel like Donghack should come back. Force him to move that bot through that area.
Just go in, mate. Just go in over and over and over. Just force them to do something. Force them to burn ultimates. Bob coming in. Funny, Astro's already used that beat. Main focus is Sparker. Defense Matrix not enough to save him. I mean, this might just be it. Donghack once again in the backline, distracting them for long enough. 78 meters to 66. Fnatic's hopes and dreams not yet fading away as they take us to a map 5.
We are going to go the distance in this series. Some odd, map selections, some odd bans throughout it, but we will get a game 5. This, when Donghack is played, whether it's the Doom or the Ball, extremely difficult for Space Station to deal with. When Space Station is able to kind of like force their rush, it is really difficult for Fnatic to deal with. So I think this is like two real clashing styles of play that we're seeing come head to head here. And then our last map will be a hybrid map, right? So it'll be Space Station able to select that in first ban. I mean, they have a ton of options here potentially. It'll be really interesting because this series, the bans and the maps have not gone the way I think that anybody would have thought. So
yeah.
I think you're going to see something that probably catches us all a little off guard.
I think that's a perfect way to summarize it, Matt. Wait, they banned what? We're going where? And they banned... Not sure where we're going to go, but it is Space Station's choice now to round this series out and crush Fnatic's key and send them through to the playoffs here. Oh, sorry. Of course, they're already through. It's just crushing Fnatic.
Well, Fnatic winning here, it takes us into three-way tie territory.
Yes.
Space Station, Nightmare, and Fnatic would all be 1-1, right? And then it's like bizarre, right? Because Space Station has a win over Nightmare, Nightmare has a win over Fnatic, but then Fnatic has a win over Space Station. So you'd have this crazy three-way tie scenario.
1 and 2, yeah. Yeah.
At 1 and 2, that somebody would have to tell us.
Someone's gonna.
Someone else's job. We will just report. Who makes it? We will not.
We'll update you guys.
But some people who may know what would happen are the people in the studio. So let's go to the Puckett and the boys.
I have great news, Mr. X and Jaws. I might be 0-2 on the day with what I think will happen in a tiebreaker scenario. I beefed up Group B earlier, but now I think here in Group D, if Fnatic wins a Game 5, that means that they went to a Game 5 against Nightmare. They went to a Game 5 against Space Station. Space Station 3-1 Nightmare, which means Fnatic and Space Station would move forward with Nightmare having the least amount of maps won. How's that feel, McGravy? Let's take a look at the highlights instead.
I like highlights. Gun go boom.
As we take a look here at Fnatic, we were questioning, should they go to Flashpoint this early? Jake, you were questioning it, but now after seeing the result, we're not thinking it's too bad of a situation.
Still doubting the Flashpoint pick, but I think push, as I think about it more, Runasapi, New Queen Street, both pretty decent rush maps, especially for a team like Space Station that is adept. I think Colosseo was where Fnatic was most confident they can force a dive. I am a little worried. I think giving Space Station this map 5 pick on hybrid, but maybe it's the lesser of two evils, right? Maybe those push maps were a little bit more threatening with the possibility of an SSG rush. Lucio, BAP, protected at that point.
All right, so we've seen Fnatic making their decisions. Now it's Space Station side. And what is your best option on the hybrids? By the way, before you even start here, McGravy, there is a chance hybrid could tie. We could see a Game 6 here, but jump in. If we're going to finish in 5, what is the best chance as an SSG fan and a Nightmare fan who's hoping they clutch up?
I think you have to think that Symmetra has already been banned, correct? So they have the Symmetra available, so they have to think about the best chance that they can use Symmetra in my mind. So I'm thinking that's probably it's probably Eichenwalde, and I think that's not a map that we have seen a ton. I think there's a lot of capability to use a teleporter on the second point attack with the castle. I think there's a lot of options, so I think it might go there.
Jake, are we going back to medieval times?
Wouldn't hate to see a Midtown either. I think another great choice for the sim comp. Those sim TPs can get a little bit tricky on Midtown, but I think only SSG, they're more qualified than any of us to say, where's the best sim comp? They know. They already know the answer. And so we're all about to learn where is the best place to play sim. I think it's fair to say SSG are the authority on the subject.
Now, I'm told there is no swaps. Does that change up your thoughts of what Spacestation Gaming is bringing? Because Backbone is on the sideline, right?
Still the opportunity to play a sim and a hit scan style with Sparker on the sim. Could be what they want to do. Could be a different look on attack and defense. So I think all options still open, but it does say that they're not fully committed to the sim comp. They're keeping their options open and staying confident in what might be another dive mirror. Fnatic has won 2 dive mirrors in this series. They've lost the rush fights, but they've won the dive mirrors. And it's a little scary to think SSG is going to gamble their hopes on one more.
It's scary, but Space Station has played Monkey in the past. If they do play dive, Monkey, I would say, is the one composition that they're pretty confident on. They've played the faster styles with the Kiri Lucio, and they've had some success in the past.
Right, that Monkey was banned earlier in the series, so definitely available. We saw Diva banned earlier. She's going to be available. All kinds of heroes are available. The question is, what map are we going to? Christopher gets to make the decision. Is this the coach you put your faith in if you're SSG? Is he the guy to come through for you? Because we've been questioning Fnatic's decisions all day.
I mean, Christopher definitely is that guy. He knows this team front to back. He knows their capabilities. He knows their strengths, and I bet you better believe he's aware of their weaknesses as well. And so, to be honest, I think Christopher is just the man for the job in this spot, right? It is a challenging position to be in. Fnatic has shown real strength here, but I have a bit of confidence Christopher can find his way through.
I always got yelled at for bringing out Doomfist on Eichenwalde. We'll see, though. Will we see Donghag pulling out his patented Doomhack? I don't think so. Let's send it over to the stage to find out, though. The final game of groups is about to kick off, and it's time to find out where does SSG want to play. We're all thinking we're heading to Germany. Let's make it official here.
New York or Germany? Could it be?
New York for you. We are going to Eichenwalde.
Hardy's homeland. Deutsche Hammermann.
And, of course, Reinhardt. In the mix here for Hadi, potentially?
Let's see these bans. Really, a lot of the series rests on this moment. Does Fnatic find the answer here on map 5? Ashe ban for SSG. I think this is a well-targeted ban. Protects your potential Mei ban. Could be still taken out if you wanted to play Rush.
Right.
And also one of the better heroes at shutting down something like Psycho's Echo.
And it looks like Mauga will not be played on this. Surprises here.
This feels like potentially a challenge to make SSG play the Rush on a map that's not perfect for it. Maybe sticking with the Reinhardt.
So much is on the line here in Group D, not just for Fnatic, not just for SSG, but also Nightmare, who is dialed in, waiting to find out, will they power through to the round of 12, or is Fnatic going to steal their seat? Jake, this is hype.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what heroes they're going to play. And honestly, I've never been happier to be confused, to be uncertain, to have so many unknowns in the air. We got some very exciting Overwatch to watch here, Puck.
We've got the best 16 teams in the world, all playing for $1 million. We find out tonight, will Fnatic exit with just 10K, or do they double up at a minimum with a Game 5 victory? The map is loaded, which means the casters are ready to rock. Let's send it over one more time. Joss, take it away.
Thank you very much, Pocket. Yes, Eichenwalde is the map choice. A map we don't see too often at EWC, apparently.
Yeah, and I think Jake was right in the sense that, like, okay, like, let's challenge SSG to really, if you're going to play these comps, to play it on a map that's going to be quite difficult for it, especially with some of the bans. I don't think they're going to do that, though, right? Because they would have, right, they have Sparker and Psycho in. If they're going to play sim-based Rush, you would have Backbone in the game. So it feels like they're going to move away from it.
Let's have a look. Let us have a look. Do we see a little bit of Rhine action here from Space Station? And what does Fnatic have to cook? Of course, they are fighting for their lives right now, and Nightmare waiting in the wings. Their fate not in their hands. Whose key is going to get crushed? Only one way to find out as we roll out with Fnatic on defense.
Yeah, with no Ashe in the mix, I think you can definitely play the Cassidy, right? Sparker, a very good Cassidy player. Psycho probably remains playing like a Tracer Echo, one of the two. Donghak on defense playing the Doom can be pretty difficult to make the Doom work here.
Yeah, quite tough. You see the old rollouts with Doom on Eichenwalde, but that's a bygone era at this point. Sparker. Yup. Damage boost. Yeah. I mean, you got the initial scouting there from Checkmate, so they know they were going to try it. It's always worth a little go, though. Let's see what they want to switch up to. Okay, so Cassidy, Tracer, and then Hardy on the D.Va. So almost the same kind of thing we saw on the previous map.
Yeah, so it's going to be a Ramatra. Reinhardt.
Okay.
So Reinhardt with no sim. Cassidy, Tracer. So interesting here. We'll see Hardy actually make it through the choke.
Let's get a quick Space Station listening, though, on their first attack.
Push Nate and 2-1. Try one, break one, break that. Anna no sleep, dies. Anna dies. Doom dies. Perron. Oh fuck. Perro, clean one. Chain over. Help Astro, guys. Chain over. I'm just living. Cheers, punch. 3 point, Doom 1. Try me. Doom is 1. One. Nice. Doom has a punch, he's low, he's healing. Passive healing. Doom is full almost. Yeah, left, Doom. Has a punch. Back him up. Has a punch. Punched. He missed. Hinter Doom. Yeah, Doom. Doom one. Step out. Walking. Doom dead. Fight up. Nice. No sleep. Break, guys. Break, get in lamp. Stagger one. Far behind. Farah. Just kill him late, guys. He will die.
Nice work there from Space Station. You see Hardy as well. He's like, do this punch. Do not die to Doom, please.
Yeah, try not to let Donghak just get powered up. Hardy's just making this Reinhardt work. It does not matter. Just even without the sim in play, just gets right up in Donghak's face.
I love listening to experienced comms too. This team has been together for so long. So much trust in each other as well.
Yeah, there's not really like an overflow of comms because they kind of know exactly what they're trying to do at all times. I mean, they've been playing like such a unit forever.
Yeah, exactly. One of the more long-standing teams. Or like compositions of teams at the very least. All right, Donghak on the Doom, still struggling to get an avenue into the backline, and it's going to be even more difficult now with this window. It just gives so much space to Space Station. They're just going to take high ground, man.
Yeah, they're going to rotate all the way around the 70 rally here for Lee J. Gone. This is not where you want to fight the Doom. It's going to be the sound barrier here for Funny Astro.
They got to find kills
with everybody.
Pulsum available for Knife, hunting, searching for a target here. Nano boost deployed by Izzyaki, but Checkmate's already dead. Pulsum on the floor for Knife. Payload not moving just yet, as the Meteor Strike is going to secure the kill onto Astro, as Hardy taking Donghak back to his own spawn. First class mail.
The payload's still not moving.
Yeah.
Izzyaki somehow still kind of like behind there on the bridge. You saw his X-ray for a second. He's just kind of like healing as everybody on Space Station just runs on by him.
They do need to touch at some point.
I mean, this fight pretty long and still not really going to get much progress out of it.
Yeah. All right, the 2 DPS ultimates, though, available. Checkmate's got the barrage. Going to be quite frustrating to kind of deal with, although that High Noon is going to prevent him from doing all too much. And the speedy High Noon, too, trying to get the angles. There's the barrage. Oh, it actually hit the top of the roof there. Couldn't quite get the skull on the Farah.
Yeah, they end up losing Hardy because of that as well, right? If you connect with that Farah, you would have been able to keep Hardy alive. Kills just being traded. Knife still alive here, insane with Donghak, but it's both supports plus Spark are alive. And the Cassie, a very difficult target to take out. It's Checkmate now going over to the Genji. So traditional Genji Tracer here with the dive.
Oh, Classico. Whoa, where's Hardy going? Okay, Hardy is naded, 120 HP. He dies there. Yeah.
Hardy's dead.
Hardy is dead. Winner from the high ground, though, and a lamp thrown forward. Instantly destroyed.
Are they still trying to fight this? So Psycho's on the cart, just kind of contesting it, trying to keep it moving. They're just worried about Knife coming on a flank, potentially, as that's going to be Sparker taking him out.
Oh, Lichigon got the boop onto Sparker there. A slam available in... there it is, up onto the high ground. Funny Astro and Lee Landon just trying to deal with Donghak. Nano Boost not finding all too much as Donghak sails over the top of the support duo. Meteor Strike in the small room with Landon 1 HP. Should be an easy cleanup. Astro to the rescue again. This is so scrappy, man.
Astro,
17 HP? 3
Astro
HP?
and Landon able to stay alive for ages. It's incredible they even lived for that long, as this is going to allow Sparker and Psycho to come back into the fight.
This fight hasn't ended. It's been a 5-minute fight. They are back. Nice stick. Absorbed, though, by that punch. So, unfortunately, now, Dong has got the power up. Beat. Yeah, I mean, Matt, just throw everything in at this point. So sound barriers from both sides have been lobbed in. Hardy on the payload. Someone has to touch from Fnatic. It's going to have to be Lijigon, and unfortunately, that payload goes by the wayside, despite the kills coming in.
Yes, Donghak and Checkmate trying to put pressure on Sparker and Land, and they do so. They end up picking up the kills, but nobody was able to kind of contest Hardy on the point with Funny Astro and Psycho. So that will be a point take for Space Station Gaming. So now they move into the last part of the map. Knife now over to Venture. This is where the Reinhardt can be super effective, though. Like, way easier to play the Rein in this part of the map.
Shadow under the payload. Nice little Suzu there from Izzyaki to upright the shattered individuals. And the blade has been pulled. Bit of damage from a Checkmate. It's his team that finishing off these kills.
We'll see now if Space Station decides to make any changes. Like, this would be an opportunity to do so, but I think at this point, you're kind of committed. I mean, it looks like they're not going to make any changes where for Fnatic, you do have Izzyaki going to play the Karika, so able to play more aggressive with a lot of these flankers.
Checkmate just dodging that fire strike there as they try to make another engagement. Taking a lot of damage initially from Hardy, actually just dashes the opposite direction to his team. But look, oh, the post bomb from Psycho. Knife just pushing Hardy as well. It's going to be quite annoying for Hardy to kind of deal with this Venture. Meteor strike in a small room in a Venture. Yeah, there's no way you're surviving that one.
I mean, this is so difficult to keep Sparker alive, right?
Yeah.
Genji, Venture, Doom, Crusoe,
it's just so much displacement.
Yeah, it's just a lot. And now you see some changes. So the Ramatra coming in here with an Echo. So the Echo can definitely burst some of these squishier targets down a little bit easier here than the Tracer could. And where you're not really focused on putting pressure on the backline, right? When the backline is going to be playing so aggressive for Fnatic.
This Vortex from the Ramatra will be quite nice. If anybody who kind of wants to jump in, they get slowed, they can get focused. Astro with the sound barrier. Lijigon's got one to match, but Fnatic have a couple of ultimates over Space Station right now, and they're going to use them. Well, Tectonic Shock could be quite disastrous. No, who's the target? Well, probably Sparker again. There is the Tectonic Shock. Everybody trapped in this small room. Hardy eventually escorting his team out, just crossing those arms, but that rippling damage enough to help Donghak clean on up here. 30 seconds to go, Matt.
Thought it may have been an opening a little bit for Space Station in that Lijigon's sound barrier doesn't connect with Checkmate, and they're actually able to kill Checkmate.
God.
But
I will say Donghak's Doom has been very impressive.
I mean, dude, when he's playing the Doom or the Ball, they look like a completely different team.
10 seconds to go. Duke available. They're just going to go in, though. Sparker, High Noon, popped it, already dead. Psycho's still got an ultimate to burn here. Actually just copies the Kiriko of all things, but the blade has been popped by Checkmate. He needs to find some mad value here because Donghak is just running over your backline on the Doom. They're going to have a little bit of extra push here, but the likelihood is Psycho just gets taken out of this dupe with no rush to his name.
No, as Hardy's still alive here on the point. Gonna get the Annihilation.
Okay.
Keep that one rolling. You're gonna get the supports back in the mix. So not out of it yet for Space Station. No ultimates here for Fnatic either.
Yeah, no ultimates on either side. Izzyaki closing in on this rush, which will be the difference maker and should be an easy win, but it's actually Sparker that gets taken down, and Donghak just throws his whole self onto Psycho. And this is where the payload will end for Space Station Gaming. One more round here in day number 2 that will decide the fate of either Fnatic or Nightmare. As we see Fnatic end this one, not letting Space Station complete.
It also feels like obviously Space Station, not able to complete the map. It feels like Fnatic's compositional choices, especially playing this like aggressive, fast dive, is probably going to be easier to play on offense. Like it's harder to make the Doom work on D, it feels like, than trying it on offense. So could see Fnatic actually steal this one.
Jumping some highlights before we get into the next round. Man, Nightmare must be on the edge of their seats right now. Seeing who comes out on top. Of course, Fnatic need this win. Desperately need it to save themselves and make their way to the playoffs, or their key will be crushed. Nightmare hoping that Spacestation just roll over them here and have a full defense.
I mean, still, it would be Fnatic just scraping in, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Not an awesome performance, all things considered, right? It did not perform the best here in groups. They're actually quite fortunate they even have a chance to make it through still here. Where it will be Spacestation, they will be playing that Ramatra on defense here to start things off.
That map 5 versus Nightmare 2. Definitely something Fnatic might have in the back of their minds. Of course, it was a reverse sweep.
Well, also, I mean, yeah, Nightmare was up 2-0 against Virtus Pro.
Yeah, and then got reverse swept.
Blew it.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could be an epically bad series of events for Nightmare.
Oh, okay. Knife, jump it. Venture? Venture. Okay.
The Ventures definitely worked for them throughout the series, right?
Yeah.
You know, New Junk City, we saw them start to have their most success with the Venture. It's really been the Venture and then the dive tanks that have worked here for Fnatic.
Oh, that's a good start, though, from Psycho. However, Knife and Donghack. I mean, this dive is just terrifying.
Dude.
Oh, no! Donghack. Oh, he thought he punched Astro. He thought he maybe hit the tree. Oh, that is tragic.
Sparker is going to pick up the sim. So typically, no, that's actually going to be the Mace. So typically, these are heroes we would actually see, you know, Backbone in the game to play. But without him in here for this map, they decide not to sub him in. You're going to see Sparker pick him up.
Well, here's Yaki running around the rest of his team. A good sleep onto Hardy there. And Nemesis form's not going to last too much longer as Landon dead again. Knife and Donghack. I mean, they flipped the map on him as Izzyaki eventually joins the rest of the team once more. Funny Astro in a precarious position there, but protected by Hardy once more.
So Hardy goes into Nemesis form, just gets slept
instantly. Yeah. Astro dead, close to that sound barrier. Again, a very scrappy affair, and it will be with the Doomfist, of course. Doom just flying everywhere. The CD's so short. Oh, I thought that sleep actually hit the Tracer, but not quite to be. Eventually, Izzyaki is kind of taken down, and Fnatic losing control of this fight. And it's going to end, by the looks of it, in a Space Station defense here, and not even giving a tick up.
Yeah, not giving a tick up, and then also not using any of these ultimates. So you're going to have 5 ultimates here for Space Station Gaming coming into the next fight. As it has gotten really scrappy. There's, you know, been kills traded all around, but it's not resulted in anything positive in terms of objective time for Fnatic.
You're at least hoping to come away with 1 checkpoint at the very least. I mean, Nanoblade's available. El Clasico coming in. Lab instantly deleted. Soundbar from Freddy Astro. Landon's going to be the main focus. Nice deflection there. I don't know who shot it, but Landon screaming in comms about it, I'm sure. It's Tectonic Shock as well. Hardy and the rest of the team have to hide. And with Landon dead, they're going to stagger their ultimates out here. Hardy ripping the Annihilation, but can he find any value with it? Ends up killing Donghack, but it is Knife just taking over this point, and that'll be a cap for Fnatic.
Yeah, Hardy trying to step out onto the point. Just getting booped back there by that Venture, so looks like Knife going back to spawn. Maybe you want to change here. The Venture's not really great with the high ground. Yeah, so they all switch over to Genji here to access that high ground. And Hardy over to the D.Va. So we've seen way more Hardy D.Va than I thought we ever would have seen here.
Yeah, this is great.
Knife now goes to Echo, so we're seeing a little bit of...
Chat, is this real? Hardy D.Va?
Echo Tracer against May Tracer. It's a very odd scenario.
Yeah. Good spot for Landon to be on, that's for sure. My word. All right, okay, swap places with the displays. Donghack again, just proving how good he is on this Doomfist. Escorting Space Station down to the slow ground. Sound barrier from Lee J gone now. Everybody cowering in this room. I mean, Knife, regardless of what he's on, he's still doing a lot of AoE damage on this Echo now. Switched away from the Venture.
Do you think we'll see Sparker change? Like, is this where you kind of like maybe bring back the Cassidy potentially? Yeah, there's no D.Va on the other side, right? Echo Tracer, like this feels like it would be a really good scenario to play the Cassidy. So
yeah,
they'll play Tracer Echo themselves. So another viable option.
It's a complete mirror here, apart from the tanks. 2.5 minutes to go over the bridge. Donghack still proving quite annoying to the Space Station, even if they're trying to come out the doors. A 1v5 and he just punches away. a meteor strike too on top of that bridge, maybe trying to get Space Station away from them. Donghak's out of there, all good. Just lives another day.
It's just so much disruption, though.
It is, yeah.
You know, he's on the high ground, they're turning and focusing. That allows, you know, Checkmate to just kind of make some plays on the Tracers as Psycho wraps around here.
He's everywhere all at once. It's just so frustrating. Checkmate with the pulse bomb, trying to force the Kiriko to use that teleport. And with the duplication from Knife, I mean, this fight is over. Space Station Gaming, no hope, no chance to come back into this one. They got another touch though, Matt. Oh, nice kill on Hardy too. Nice little remake loop kill by Knife.
Yeah, nice little double there towards the end. For Space Station Gaming. Can he get out, get a touch? No sound barrier. He ended up using it in that previous fight.
Yeah,
right?
Lee Jae-gon's got his soon.
And this is going to be huge, especially towards, like, if you can get this checkpoint here for Fnatic and then hold on to your sound barrier, there's not much further you need to
There's no Suzu,
payload.
no TP. Oh, the backline for Space Station Gaming struggling to keep themselves alive. Nastro's dead to Lee Jae-gon. Oh my word, they might even need to use the Pulse Bomb, to be fair. Looks like Psycho is there, on the point right now, just contesting. Self-destruct used to get the remake, but Lee Jae-gon takes him out. Lee Jae-gon taking over the map right now. 50 seconds to go as the sound barrier comes in. Sparker, Hail Mary, Pulse Bomb finds nothing.
So the payload actually getting closer. Checkmate. Moving it on in as Hadi went over to the Winston there for a second just to get a little bit closer. Now back over to the Diva. So you do get a hold behind a Kitsune rush here for Space Station Gaming. And that is a massive kill because we're, 30 seconds on the clock. There's not an opportunity here for Fnatic to reset.
I mean, maybe Checkmate can come up with something with the Pulse, but it looks like Fnatic are going to back off.
That is risky, right? You back off here.
You got fast comp, so you're not really worried about touching, but there's still a danger.
Yeah, but one pick off here, like an early pick off from Psycho or somebody else, I mean, you are just done.
10 seconds to go now. Duplication in the hands of Psycho. Overlooking the battlefield, trying to find a target to land on. Is going to get focused out by Psycho. Psycho, though, hitting the Q button just in time. Oh, my word, he gets out of the Kiriko, but Donghak finds at least the first kill onto Sparker. Heidi demeched. The gates are going to open. And the key on the line now for Space Station. They want to eliminate Fnatic here. They want to be able to crush their key. And Nightmare 2, head in hands, I'd imagine. 1 minute and 30 seconds now decides their fate.
Not a ton of time. Space Station Gaming also coming up here with a sound barrier here, so slight advantage for Space Station Gaming. Fnatic, it feels like, they are not making it easy on themselves. These fights always come down to the wire. We'll see if Knife can get a good use of the duplicate here. So it looks like they're just poking around the corner, maybe trying to put some pressure on the Hadi.
There's the engage. 2 Tracers now on the side of Fnatic, and a lot of free Pulse Bomb in Knife's future. Hits the recall pretty early, though, shooting into Diva Matrix. Not so great, but Hardy's just getting focused out. The rush available from Landon ends up popping it, too, to try and find a semblance in this fight. Donghak dead is good. Sparker comes up big. 2-3 kills for the Tracer. 40 seconds to go. Another chance here for Fnatic, though.
Yeah, that's another Kitsune rush there for Landon. Gets it quite fast, like almost back-to-back fights. Now Space Station Gaming, you hold on to that sound barrier. That is huge. Fnatic feels like all they need to do there is invest that duplicate, trade it with the rush, and now you come back with your own sound barrier and your own Kitsune rush, and that could be what seals the deal for Fnatic.
One more fight to decide it all. Speed boost from Lee Jae-gon. Beat available from both Lucio's. Izzyaki so close to come in. Whoa, that was a long beat. Ends up going for it. Funny Astro hits his. Hits 5 and a duplication onto a Tracer for Psycho, but Knife's already dead. Hardy coming in clutch here. He's even got a self-destruct if he needs to use it, but Donghak with a slam onto Funny Astro. The post bomb from Psycho. It was free, and Donghak now down. Hardy still up and alive and well, means he can just continue to contest this point. Psycho now dead. Checkmate coming alive in the very end, and Hardy 1 HP and no chance for a remake as Fnatic are pushing on forward. The beam is enough, but not enough to actually get any kind of kill. Donghak's back in the mix.
Yeah, you're going to have Donghak back in the mix. Psycho coming back here on the venture. Hardy's still trying to get his neck back.
It didn't land. Sparker dead. They're pushing them back in. 0.1 meters to go, and Fnatic have done it. A win for Fnatic. Keeps themselves in. Hopes and their key not crushed just yet. And Nightmare. Oh my word, their hearts must have been beating. And Fnatic end up coming back and securing their first win in the groups, Matt. A 3-way tie now.
Oh, a three-way tie. We'll figure out just kind of all the math that goes along with that. But Hottie, they actually never